Yes, good morning, friends. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
The music's out of control.
It's out of control. It's doing its own thing here. Good morning.
I've had better mornings, but we're here. We're working. It, we will survive. First world problems, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. We got nothing to worry about here, man. Absolutely. Friends, hopefully you guys are doing well. Peter, I know you ran a little early yesterday, but man, what a day it was. A little bit rough, but NVIDIA saved the day, man. So looking forward to NVIDIA today. And a lot going on, man. We got big earnings later in the day, which, by the way, we are going to be going live. You're going to have the Peter, Mike, Brian, and Jared later today with some big tech companies, and tomorrow as well. I'll send you guys the link in a second so you guys can make sure to join on that. What else? A lot happening. Let's go to our U.S. economic calendar first and see what is taking place there, Peter.
All right, we do have a lot on the economic calendar, so things are picking up like we said they were going to all week. It's going to get busier and busier, probably culminating today, maybe with some of the big data. Also, earlier this morning, we had the ADP employment. As you can see, surprisingly robust numbers. We got 104 new jobs reported on the ADP employment report versus the 77,000 that's forecast, so that's good. We also had a GDP price index that showed let's start with just the GDP. So the GDP number, gross domestic product, showed an increase, and even more than anticipated at 3% growth. Also good. Interestingly, the GDP price index, so the cost of those goods, I mean, it did go up, but not quite as much as anticipated. Only went up 2% versus 2.2 as expected. At 10 o'clock, we do have the pending home sales that are coming out. There's a couple of other data points, but I was running out of room here. The key thing this afternoon is the FOMC interest rate decision. That's what everybody's looking for. You've got to know by now that there's been a ton of pressure on the Fed, on Powell specifically, to increase the rates, decrease the rates, not increase. That would not be what the administration is looking for. Anyways, to decrease rates. However, analyst expectations are at 97.9% that there's going to be no rate change announced by the Fed. Look, the Fed statements have been fairly consistent that Powell and the team, remember, it's not one individual that makes this decision. It is all the senior management at the Fed and the respective chairs specifically of all the different Fed locations that jointly make this decision. And they are saying that they have continued concerns about the economy, the uncertainty issued by tariffs, and overall global unrest has caused them to want to keep interest rates relatively high to manage inflation. So that's been their statement. Whether you think that's right or not, I mean, that's what that's the position they've taken, and it doesn't look like they're about to change that anytime soon. So that being said, the interest rate, we will find out at 2 o'clock today when the new interest rate is released. At 2:30 is when the press conference starts. So you got to remember that, this is when the market will almost always react. I'm expecting a bigger reaction than average at this, today, but I don't know. Like, I've been wrong about this before, so we'll see what's going to happen. So today's interest rate is the most current. These happen, periodically. The next one will be September the 17th. Interestingly, oh my God, I can't speak.
You almost got that. Yeah, you almost got that.
Yeah, on the 17th, the expectation is almost 61% of analysts think that the rate is going to drop in September. So there could be I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, almost everybody thinks no rate change now, but the majority of people actually think there will be a rate drop in September. So I mean, we'll see what happens. If everybody's wrong here and the interest rate does go down, this market could go crazy this afternoon, but I don't anticipate that. I think he will hold the line. The press conference could be interesting. There's going to be a lot of pointed questions, as you could imagine, from the media. We'll see what his response is. Everybody, or many people, probably have seen by now the walkthrough of the new Fed Reserve construction that wasn't really that friendly between Powell and President Trump. So, I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. So yeah, be on alert. If you're trading this afternoon, or even if you're not planning to, you might want to come back and just see what the market does, because it could be very telling. I expect market movement right at 2, and then again sometime after 2:30 when we get to the Q&A, because I expect Powell's comments to be, the usual stuff, but it's going to be his response to the questions that will be interesting. So that'll happen whenever we get to the questions and get to those tough questions that he's most likely going to get asked sometime around 2:40, 2:45. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it'll be fun to watch the market.
It sure will, friends. I don't know. Powell's kind of still good at this, and he is one person that is not going. He's not going to back down to Trump. He just doesn't. He just doesn't. I mean,
at this point, he knows his mandate is coming up, right? I mean, and really, he's sort of like the. Anyways, we used to joke in corporate land that if you knew that you're going to retirement, you got the payout money. We always called it the FU money. When you got to a point where you had enough money, you could just say, if the boss tells you something you don't want to do, you can just say F you, man. Yeah. I'm not doing it. What are you gonna do? Fire me? Go ahead. Right? I'll take my severance and I'll take my retirement and I'm out of here, or whatever it may be. Yeah. I feel that Powell's in that position. So the more you push him, he's like, do your worst, man. Like, I'm here. I don't care. My time is limited anyways. So, make my day. Anyway.
That's it. Good morning, CFC. He says he has FUTU money. FU to you money. I agree 100%.
Oh, there you go.
FCFC. FCFC, you change your emoji, I see. Change your picture. Good. All right. Excellent, man. All right, friends, let's get to it. Gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. It's right over here. Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on today. And to add to all this madness, Peter, it is laptop day, right? So, membership day. So we're just going to keep adding stuff to you guys. You're going to be busy today, but it is membership day today. It is Wednesday, right? Yes, it is. Yeah. So, we got membership day.
A million earnings, laptop day, stuff. Fed announcements. Yep. Oh, my goodness. It just keeps adding up.
We're going to keep you busy. And a rant. We have a rant, too. So, I mean... you do, right? You have a rant? You have one?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, guys. I figured you would. So, yeah, and we have a good rant. So, a lot happening today. All right. Good morning to everybody on YouTube and our members as well. Let's start over here with our first one on deck. Up 70%. Not a low flow. Okay, that's good. 63 million shares traded, up at 70%. Let's see what this is all about. REPL is on deck this morning. And looking pretty active as far as the pre-market action right now. 45 million shares traded, so we got a bunch of orders there. And the day a little bit messy, but the last couple of weeks, well, actually a week or two, you can see here there's been clearly a huge jump in volume. Not a great daily, but a huge jump in volume here. And today we're seeing a lot of that. I mean, this is a big pot for them with some big numbers. Peter, what's driving this? This is REPL, like replicating immune system. Like I don't know what they're doing, but REPL, something like that.
They're very creative in company names sometimes, but yes, REPL is how I would say it as well. A biotech company that that announced that they are what? No. Okay, so a week ago, as you can see here on the 22nd, they received a letter from the FDA that basically did not approve their latest drug as they were expecting. So never good when the FDA says, I don't think so. However, the rumor is, and I don't see the news that confirms it, but the rumor is that the FDA They've fixed whatever they needed to, and the FDA is rescinding that letter and may let things go ahead. So I don't see a formal announcement on that, but you can see the stock is not waiting. It's jumped up. Now, it hasn't recovered, of course, all that it lost, right? I mean, the stock dropped like 80% or 70 or 80% or something here from like $12, $13 to $2.50 or 280 or whatever it was. So yeah, I mean, anyways, this thing is just super volatile. It's sort of not a low float. Like, it's got 62 million shares in the float. So, but it's absolutely going to trade like one. So just be really careful. What is it? I haven't even looked at it. What does it look like here this morning, Carlos? Yeah, the price action actually looks pretty good. 45 million shares traded. So
Yeah,
hey, if
plenty of
you like
volume.
low floats, this one looks like it's rocking. So
Yeah, definitely in place. Actually, no, not a low float, Peter. I'm showing 63 million. I
yeah,
thought it was a
as I
low
said,
float as well.
it's going to act like a low
know?
float. It's not
Yeah.
technically, but
Right. So again, careful, guys. Extra cautious on this one. I don't like it, man. I don't know if it's garbage truck ready. People are asking me to bring the garbage truck. Mikey wants the garbage truck for this one. I don't know if it's there yet, but we'll find something to really give a good garbage truck
yeah.
to. This was
I'll give you
kind of
some
borderline.
later.
All right, see, Peter's got it ready. All right, BGLC this morning up 61%, 14 million shares traded. This is a low flow, 1.2 million shares flow. BioNexus Gene Lab. I could read that. Peter, what's going on here?
Yeah, we look. It feels like a Monday in terms of these biotechs, because I was seeing so many of them this morning. A bunch have actually already dropped off the list, so they were here and gone. Anyways, but this one's sticking around. They announced a new alliance. This is I mean, again, these company names. So this BioNexus Gene Lab, which already sounds like the place where an accident happens in the movies or a video game. Anybody played Half-Life? Anyways, all right. So, anyways, they've got a new partnership with Fidelion. Fidelion Diagnostics, a Singaporean company that they're doing what they're calling a DeepSeek class leap for liquid biopsy cancer monitoring and AI-driven biotech. So, sounds cool. They've got AI in there. It's all the stuff that makes me nervous.
Yeah, they hit all the keywords.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. Up 61%, hard to borrow, low flow stock at 1.2. Unless you're a low flow, person, I don't see you loving this today. So, this garbage truck, Peter, what are you thinking?
You
have a worse one? You have a better one?
What the heck? We're all eager for one.
All right, let's give it a good go, garbage truck, man. People are waiting for it. Here it is. Garbage truck for you. And there it is. Me and Peter driving the big old, looks like a Chevy truck. I don't know what that is. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. VFC. We've seen this one before plenty of times on our list. Today they're at it again. BC Corporations, they're up 20%, 1.4 million shares traded. They normally don't trade very well. Not a big fan of them. They're not a low flow stock. They're sitting at 360 million, right? So a pretty large flow here. But again, just the price action and everything else in it, I am not a big fan. Today do have a lot of volume. The 1.5, they're normally trading around 8 million, 7 million. So today they got quite a bit of that early on. Peter, any news that maybe can sway some traders to look at this morning?
Yeah, it's earnings after the close yesterday. Not an earnings I was following, I'll admit, but it does look like they beat their estimates. They said demand is improving, and they had previously put in a turnaround program or plan, which they say now is taking hold and delivering dividends. So I've tried to watch this in the past, and it's not a day trading type stock. It could be a potential investment stock if you're interested, if you like the sector. Let's face it, fashion. I mean, look at me. Fashion is not a sector I'm that familiar with. So, yeah, I'm not following it.
Yep, doesn't look great. And yeah, let's let's go with something else. Let's take a look at SRPT on the list here. We are up 15%, 2.9 million shares traded. This is after yesterday sold off. Right, so it gapped up, but it did sell off the entire day. We did look at it yesterday because it did hit our gap up scanners, and it's hitting the gap the gap up again today, right? So recovering all of yesterday's losses, basically, right? The sell-off at least, and looking to go higher. Peter, what's your thoughts on this? This thing gets a lot of volume, a lot of movement. I never really seriously watched it. The float on this one is 93 million. I gotta tell you, this daily does look interesting. This looks like a very nice power move to sell off like this and be right back up here, looking to go higher. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, look, here's the deal. Remember, we've been talking about this, right? Because they had a couple people die in their drug trial. It was halted, and then it was reinstated. That was sort of the jump yesterday, and then it dropped down. Kramer chimed in. Jim Kramer chimed in, and this is sort of an interesting quote. You know, he made this comment on the voluntary pause on shipments after the headline suggested they were defying the earlier request. Yeah, I knew that. When you go, you don't court homicide. Being arrested for it, so to speak, and then people died, you just can't. Look, we all know when you have someone die in trial, that's the end. So
Yeah.
Kramer's saying, dudes, what are you doing, man? Like, you don't put the drug back on the street after people die, but that's what the company's doing. So whether his comments have any effect or not doesn't matter. It is a interesting situation. They are on the nice edge. Is that too on the nose of a statement? Anyways, look, it's really tough times here for this company and very uncertain. Imagine if there's, another death using the drug, and who do you like? I don't know. You're not convincing me to take the trial, but you guys know I won't even get in a flying drone. So, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I just figure it's got to be tough. So what's this trial in? How many people have died? Sure, let me take this thing. Yum, yum. Anyways, you got to be pretty desperate for results if you're still willing
Yeah.
to, be in the trial. But anyways, that's what's going on. Look, I don't know what's going to happen with this company day to day. Like it's surviving remarkably well. The stock price is doing fairly well considering how crazy this news and how risky what they're undertaking is. So
Yeah, the guy kind of have that Boeing DNA, man. Just unaliving people and still going up. It's insane. All right, so let's take a look here, friends. Let's continue again. Yeah, I don't like the news either. Sounds horrible, but Peter, it looks interesting as far as the technicals, man.
it
What
actually does. Like
it does,
all
right?
whether you think this is a good idea or not for them to be selling the drug and trade, it's actually looked fairly decent. I mean, the price action was downward yesterday, but it actually wasn't bad. Like if you wanted to take sort of a VWAP rejection trade,
Right.
it gave you the opportunity. So I'm not completely, it's worth a secondary. We got a lot of
Yeah.
stuff to look at today, so it may get bumped by other things, but it's potential.
Yeah, I like it, man. I'm gonna put in a secondary here, top secondary. I think we gotta really keep a close eye on it at the market open. All right, friends, let's continue. What else we have? TradingTerminal.com. Let's take a look at the scalpers list. Next one is CAPR. This is Capricorn Therapeutics. We've seen them before. They don't trade very well. I'm not a fan of them. 40 million shares flow, Peter. I won't be watching these guys.
No, they tend to pop up at earnings time once, every quarter or so. I don't even did they have earnings? I'm not sure what's going on with this, to be honest. I think either there's not a lot of people following. There seem to be a fair number of analysts following this thing, so I'm not sure why it's here.
Gotcha, man. I don't like it. So let's leave it alone. And let's go down to the next one, which is FGF. Oh, this is interesting. As high as $74 today, right? Pre-market action, $74, back down to 24. I mean, this is just as messy as it gets. 1 million shares float. Man, this one is wild, Peter. I mean, this is not looking good at all, man. I'll be concerned trading something like this that's doing this in the pre-market. So bring out the truck. I don't like it. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, look, you know how I feel about this news. This is a company called Fundamental Global, which already sounds like, and it's an insurance company. It already sounds like one of those insurance companies that you get, that you have those movies about where they're taken to court for $100 million because they refused payment on an insurance policy. Anyways,
Yeah.
I just watched an old one like that, so this will put it in my head. But anyways, what they're doing has nothing to do with insurance. What does it have to do with? Well, hold your shock. They're launching an Ethereum treasury strategy.
Hmm.
All right.
There you go.
And everybody else.
I know, man. I feel so much FOMO. I feel like we should be starting some kind of Ethereum coin thing going on. Where's the coin? Coin's over here, guys. There it is. Coin sound effect. Nice and live for you all. I don't like it, man. It looks horrible. It looks desperate. This stock looks desperate, Peter. This is like a desperation move, right? Like, look at 24.74, and then nah, that's desperate, man. We don't need that. Let's move on to that's desperation. MRVL on deck this morning. This looks a little bit better, up 8%, 2.8 million shares traded. Peter, we've seen this plenty of stock. I don't think plenty of times in our watch list. I don't think I ever traded this one. I mean, I watch it a lot as far as how many times it comes up here, but I don't think I actually ever taken a trade on this.
Yeah, they're jumping here on news. So this is a semiconductor company that we typically don't trade. Like, well, I've tried to watch it. It's been okay at times. Like, it's not that bad, but it's not a regular trader. But they do have an opportunity in working with Microsoft. Microsoft has announced these upgraded specifications for their Maya 300 chip, which is for their AI initiatives. And it shows some increased specs, and MRVL is behind the development. So they're doing some of the work there. So, sort of the news was from Microsoft about their chip config, but those, I guess, who know that MRVL's behind it, and therefore the stock is getting a little bit of bump, as it looks like Microsoft has basically indirectly expressed additional confidence in MRVL as their partner.
All right, awesome. Again, even with that, I'm not feeling it. So let's go to the next one. IMNN. This is IMNN. One of those three, it will be it. But we're up here, 8.3, 1.4 million shares traded. Another one that's just, man, this doesn't look great. 1.8 is the float. So I don't know, man. This is another one that doesn't look great. Look at the chart right now. As high as $12, back down to $8. I'm trying to climb higher. I'm not going to be watching it, Peter. Any news worth trading or looking at?
The IMNN, I assume, is how you'd say it. Anyways, they have their IMNN 001, which is their study, a phase 3 study of Ovation 3, which is for advanced ovarian cancer. Like the headline says, IMNN announces first patient dosed with phase 3 Ovation 3 study. Anyways, I when you say dosed, that is actually the right terminology, and it just could mean they were given a shot. But I picture someone dipped in a vat of this ovarian cancer drug, and here we dosed them. How are they doing today? Anyways, all right. So good news for them. They made it phase 3. Looks like they say it's very encouraging. So there you go.
Yep. All right, we'll stop here again. Man, no cigars off of these tickers up here. Besides, SRPT looks the best one so far. I do see one down here that I do love. I mean, when they're in play, I like to watch them. I think they trade very well. Have had a lot of success here. Starbucks. And Peter, tell us what's going on with them today. They're up 5.2, 932,000 shares traded. They barely make her list. Once every four times a year, I think. But what's going on today?
Yeah, and we've got a few there that are on our list, all because of earnings. So Starbucks, they beat their numbers in quarter. A little bit of a difference of opinion as to how well Starbucks is doing, which is interesting. So, they gapped up. I will be interested to watch this at the open just because I want to see what's going on. Starbucks is a weird one where it trades sort of like a NYSE stock, but it's actually trading on the NASDAQ. Normally you get the reverse. But it's a funny one that it doesn't trade a lot of volume pre-market. I find a lot of institutional holding in this. Maybe that's why. But they did have a good quarter. They've announced their turnaround plans. That being said, some of their same store sales numbers, which is something people watch only in sort of the retail, especially food services segments, were down. So that wasn't great news. But overall, they sort of beat their numbers as to what they said they were going to do. They've announced all sorts of new initiatives. Their what do they call it? Their green smock initiative or green, anyways, they're trying to get more customer service friendly. They have acknowledged finally that the industry is getting a lot more competitive. So, once you wanted sort of gourmet coffee, you go to Starbucks. Nowadays, that's sort of passé, isn't it? I mean, they do have some of the highest prices out there, but
Yeah.
there's lots of gourmet coffee shops that are sort of taken off, sort of on Starbucks coattails, but they are seeing the pinch. That being said, they are expanding to new markets. They've had a significant push into China and elsewhere. So yeah, it's all in all, I guess it's relatively good news, and we'll see what happens with Starbucks. So
Yeah, we sure will. Regardless of their coffee and what you think of it, the stock, I find it great to trade. You know?
yeah, there's trading opportunity on it. I can't comment. I'm not a coffee drinker. I just don't understand people paying $8 for a coffee and then they only drink half of it. I don't like it. Anyways,
Yeah, yeah, you can't drink the whole
there's a
thing.
whole thing. I don't get it, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Um, let's see, friends. I want to go to you, Peter, as far as the gap up list. Anything that you like that we haven't covered? I know we got some other earnings going on here. SMCI is on deck as well, which again was just wild yesterday. Did turn out to be a great pop eventually. But what else you got going on that you want to cover?
Well, on the list, just above Starbucks on the list, we've got Vertex, VRT. They had earnings this morning, and they beat their numbers, so that was positive. Sorry, Vertiv Holdings is what it's called. They beat on revenue and on bottom line earnings, so that was good news for them. Hit or miss there as a trader. You can see all these tiny little candles, a little tough to trade, but I sort of like the way it's moving this morning, even though it's got lower volume, sort of like Starbucks. Right below Starbucks on the list, I noticed was MARA, and it's one that we look at quite regularly, MARA. Again, not typically a lot of volume pre-market, but they also beat their numbers in quarter and significantly increased their Bitcoin holdings. So the reports were, I was going to give you some numbers on this, but the numbers were all over the place. So I don't really know what their Bitcoin holdings are, but everybody seems to agree that they did increase them a fair bit. Well, with Bitcoin prices being where they are, that's good for the company overall, right? So we'll see what happens with Mara, but it is in play today. Aside from that, stuff that doesn't make the list because it's just not either trading enough volume or gapped enough. Electronic Arts, EA. We were watching this one after the close. They sort of have a mixed picture. They did have a good quarter and beat their numbers, but they provided a low Q2 guidance. So their next quarter guidance was lower than analysts had hoped, and that is holding them down here a little bit. I mean, they are up 2.6%. This is another Nasdaq stock that trades like it's a NYSE stock. So for whatever reason, it just does not get pre-market volume. It hasn't made meme quality, I guess, yet. So EA, yeah, very low volume here this morning. What else gapping up? Caesars Entertainment had earnings after the close. CZR. Again, one that typically doesn't get a lot of volume, but I like to watch just to see what's happening in the sector. So I was sort of surprised they beat their numbers. I keep hearing reports about how that Vegas is a ghost town and there's just nobody there. And hey, if you want to go to Vegas, apparently it's a good time because it's pretty empty, unless you want the crowds, in which case don't go. CZR. Carlos. There you go. But they had a good quarter, so so it doesn't seem like they were harmed. That being said, you have to remember a majority of their earnings typically comes out of Macau, not out of Vegas. So looks like the China gambling is still going strong. What else we got on the Gap up list? How about Etsy? I always think of our good buddy Norm. He was a good man. Uh, only because Norm, we used to make fun of Norm for Etsy that he would be buying all his bejeweled stuff there. And if you knew Norm, he is the farthest away from a bejeweled guy as you can get. There you go. There's, there's Norm in his happy place, making fun of Megan while eating meat. So that's
Gotta
there you
love
go.
it.
But yeah, I you know what? I would not be surprised if Norm could honestly say he has never worn anything bejeweled in his entire life. So he might have shot one with a gun or blown something up
Yes.
that was
This is probably
bejeweled, but
as close as he got to is probably shooting one across the range or
yeah.
something.
Anyways. Anyways, we're talking about Etsy, not Norm. And anyways, Etsy said that they did have a good quarter. They beat their numbers, and they are well, sort of. They beat on revenue. They actually missed on earnings a little bit, but they said that's because they are spending more on AI. So the market likes that, and they're gapping up. All right.
Yep.
How about MO Philip Morris, or whatever they want to be called nowadays? They've changed their name. Their Altria Group is what they're now want to be called. They're having an identity crisis. Anyways, they still sell cigarettes. But anyways, they did beat their numbers in quarter. That being said, it was a lowered forecast. So, as they continue to see a drop in cigarette sales, but they did beat their numbers as forecast. So that's them. KFC, no, KHC, Kraft Heinz, not KFC. That's different. Anyways, KHC, Kraft Heinz, also had earnings and beat their numbers. That being said, their numbers were down. This is the lowered forecast that they beat. So this is one that is gapping up marginally. I think, though, there might be some disappointment in the numbers and they might drop. Again, another one of these. We got a whole bunch of them today that are NASDAQ traded stocks, but trade just like they're on the New York Stock Exchange. So I put KFC, I keep doing that, KHC right in that bucket. So we'll see what happens. There's like callers, there's a lot of these that I actually like to watch that I
Yep.
just don't know which one's going to move, right? KHC, Starbucks, EA, Mara, like they're all ones that I normally wouldn't watch, but on earnings day, they all have the potential to move a little better than average. And as such, but it's probably only like one of all of them that's going to move. So
Yeah.
I just don't know which one.
All right.
I think that's it for earnings on the gap up. I only had two other earnings that are gapping down that I'll let you know about when we go through the gap down list.
All right, sounds good, man. Let's start looking at that gap down list. Friends, over here we have EDU is the first one on deck. Chinese education company. They're down 10% today, 856,000 shares traded. And the float on this one, actually, is this the same one? Yeah, it is. 157 million. I thought it was a lot lower, actually. So again, New Oriental Education. Peter normally trades pretty bad, but today they're doing something, as you can see here.
Yeah, they beat their numbers, beat on revenue and earnings, delivering 101.24 billion in revenue and 44 cents in earnings when they were expected only to earn 23 cents. So why aren't they gapping up? There's a little concern over their full year forecast. Their guidance is basically a little bit lacking, so that's why they're gapping down, despite the fact that again that they had a decent quarter. Overall, their growth is not hitting anticipated analysts' expectations, which is why I said they're gapping down despite having a pretty good quarter. So.
Yeah.
And year, by the way, for them it was their year end, their fiscal year end that they announced. So, anyways, I don't think I've ever traded this, Carlos. So I don't have a lot to comment. I don't know if it's a good trade or not, but my gut is it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, a few times I looked at it, hasn't been great, so I'm going to skip on it. Here's SOFI, friends, today. Has been very active, especially yesterday. They have a nice gap up, as you can see here. And this sell off, and today we're just really slamming down, gapping down 7.6 after gapping up yesterday, hitting 25, and then going the other way here. 13 million shares traded. I mean, this is clearly in play. Pre-market doesn't look all that attractive. The daily does look way better as far as the technicals here. Peter, what's the deal with this seesaw action we're seeing out of SoFi?
Yeah, second day play here, I guess, as it just continues the sell-off that it had from yesterday. So yesterday, had earnings, gapped up, and then sold off all day. And if you sort of look at the daily chart, it really sold off, especially towards the end of the day. And it looks like it's just continuing that today. So um, I'm not sure what to expect of it. It feels like it's in play. I mean, we got almost 14 million shares traded, so it looks like a decent option. Again, Carlos, it goes into that basket with all the maybes, right? We got a whole bunch that could be a good trader, but you might end up watching the wrong one or focused in the wrong area. I can't tell you which one's going to be one that moves. Again, lots of good volume. When I'm just looking at it in detail, I don't love the way it's moving. I feel like it's just a lot of sort of computers trading against each other. A lot of algos seem to be activating in this. So I'm not sure what to expect. It looks good though at this point.
Yeah, it looks decent. I think I'm probably going to put on a secondary for now, right next to SRPT. Again, two tickers that normally we won't look at today. They look much better than they normally do. So maybe today they can provide some action this morning.
I mean, in addition to their earnings, I should mention that they did announce they took the opportunity. It looks like after the close yesterday to announce a secondary. So I suppose that's accelerating the move down here. Um, and it actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's a little more than I had expected. I didn't think it was big news, but it is $1.5 billion worth of stock that they say that they're going to be issuing. So I'm trying to figure out what the price is of that issued stock. I don't know that they announced a price, but look, if I just take current price at 1.5 billion, that's a fair dent into their float or addition to their float. So that's gonna harm it. Gonna keep
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure is.
Cash grab.
Let's take let's take a look at the two more here, PANW, and wow, this is down 6.6, 6.9, 2.1 million shares traded. Look at the action there. They're not having a good time. Look at it yesterday too. Yesterday dropped from about 210 to about 194. Today going down to 180. So clearly not enjoying the last couple of days here, Peter. What's the news? And normally this stock doesn't trade very well. I don't usually watch it. Today I don't think it's going to be any different. But what's driving it lower?
Yeah, it's acquisition news. So they are the acquirer. They said they're going to be buying a company called CyberArk, which I think we've seen before. The ticker on CyberArk is CYBR. But interestingly, CyberArk is also gapping down. Normally, the company being acquired goes up. The company doing the acquiring goes down. In this case, both are going down. This is a $25 billion deal, which is going to be a combination of cash and stock. So, of course, they've issued all the statements about how good it's going to be and blah, blah, blah. So, as CyberArk investors are going to get $45 in cash plus 2.2 shares of Palo Alto. So, this is, I suppose, now that I think about it, that makes sense. Being that, if Palo Alto is dropping, then the value of the deal to CyberArk is also dropping, right? So that would be why their stock is also going down. So, yeah, look, the better bet here probably would be Palo Alto. If you really wanted to play this, it's likely to get a further decrease at the open, but I think we got better things. These I find them a little difficult to sort of trade, and they can just be choppy. Like it could chop around this price for a while. We're at a whole dollar. We're sitting roughly around the 180 price. Yeah, not my favorite.
Yeah, agreed. All right, we'll leave this one alone. Peter, let's jump to you as far as anything gapping down that you like this morning, any more earnings that we haven't covered, and things that you like going into today's trading.
Yeah, one from the bottom of the list there or near it. Visa, symbol is V. They had earnings after the close yesterday, and Visa is well. So anyways, they beat their numbers. They always beat their numbers. Like they're very conservative. They know what their numbers are. Being it's sort of relatively easy for them to predict their business. I would argue because it's so much retail. It's sort of aggregated numbers. They're usually pretty good at it. So not a surprise there. What was interesting is that they announced that. That they are accelerating their program to incorporate stablecoin into their platform, so you could use Visa to spend or Access stablecoin. No details about how that worked. They also had an interesting program where they're engaging in corporate spending cards. So often, if you drive a company truck, you get a company credit card that allow you to buy gas and do repairs and stuff like that, right? So, and typically that's been a physical card that you have to use. So they are digitally enabling that so they can get fleet activity onto the Visa platform digitally, and that's a good boon for them. That's estimated to be a $1.4 trillion market that they would expand their business into. So all of that is good news, but Visa's gapping down, and I see this a lot. Visa typically gaps down even when the news is good. So I'm not really surprised by it, but it means that there might be trading opportunity because this could go up or down. I think it will do some recovery at some point, but it might not be right at the open. So there's Visa if you're interested. The only other one that was gapping down for earnings this morning was Avis. Avis budget tip. The symbol is CAR, CAR. They had earnings after the close yesterday. Mixed picture. They beat on revenue, but missed on earnings. And they ended up gapping down. They were sort of bopping around, right, up and down as the announcements were coming out yesterday at the close. But it looks like they settled on the downside. So not a whole lot of volume on it this morning. Of course, very, very low volume. But interesting might be in play. So there you go. That's the earnings side. The whole bunch of other earnings, but guys, we've already covered so many. You can sort of, I said, there's tons of them out there today, a lot of secondary. And then, of course, we've got some big ones after the close that we'll be going live for and we'll be talking to you about. So we'll worry about those later. I see people mentioning some of the regulars. Look, guys, the regulars are all in play today as usual. So Tesla, PLTR, Apple, Amazon, Google, they're all there doing their things. So.
Yep, we sure are. All right, friends, let's take a look here what's happening. We'll start with you guys over in our chat. So chat members, what do you guys like this morning? Let's take a look here and see what tickers you guys have on deck. PLTR, yes, PLTR, we love PLTR. Let's take a look at what's happening there. PLTR this morning, not actually live volume 391. They can still get great volume at the market open. Their daily does look awesome, right? Look how much they have been moving here over the last couple of days, putting in some really big days in between some of these not so great ones. But yeah, PLTR is also fun. Hitting their all-time highs here on 160, 61.39. Maybe could be higher. I'm not sure if it happened during the pre-market hours. But for the most part, looking great this morning. I do want to add it to my list, so I'm going to add PLTR here this morning. Oh, here we go. PLTR, perfect. All right, what else? Zeta, what's Zeta? CETA. CETA. Let's take a look. This is I'm not sure about this one. Zeta Global. Volume is very light. It's not really moving a whole lot right now, and based on the daily, I could tell this is not a great ticker as far as day trading, right? So as far as volume especially, so I'm gonna keep it off my list. Kushar, if you like it, definitely add it on there. ACN is is that AstraZeneca? Yeah, it is. You know what, these guys move a lot. They move a lot, and I watched this ticker plenty of times, Steve. They move a ton, like throughout the day. You can see here they were hanging out at 69. They're not 75. They could put in a $2-3 move, but intraday, man, I find them extremely difficult to trade. Their price action just doesn't match what I'm looking to do. So I'm probably going to keep it off my list. But yeah, clearly looking to break out here. So if you do like this, if you have been watching it, the day looks awesome. The day looks like it wants to break out and maybe get up to 77 or something. But looks good there. As far as the way I trade, I don't like it as much. AMD. AMD's been on fire, man. AMD's been on fire. Yesterday, the exact same thing. Shot up there. Look at the last couple of days on the daily. It's just been non-stop action on this thing. So just beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to add AMD to our list. I think it trades very well. So I'm going to have that there. Thank you, Francis. What else do we have here? Let's see. I'm just going to scroll up. HIMS. I missed you, HIMS. Let's go here. HIMS. You know what? People mentioned this yesterday, and it did have a couple of breakouts. I traded a couple of times today. I'm not seeing anything explosive in the pre-market, but that does not mean that it cannot put in a good day, because many times the pre-market has been pretty quiet, and still you can get some good action on it. So I'm not going to watch it right out of the gates. I'm going to rely on my community friends here to call out something if you see it. But for the most part, I don't see anything great right now, which again does not mean much. Mitten, I'm going to take SMCI from you because that's we looked at him already. SMCI yesterday, man, it finally gave you a breakout. Beautiful breakout here to 61.45. But I got to tell you, this entire time, just straight garbage. Then after this, that's when it gave you a nice breakout. And then look at the beautiful short. And man, speaking of shorts, what a great short day it was yesterday. My day started real rough. And our good buddy NVIDIA, we took a short here off the VWAP. It delivered. Like everything just started just selling off. For I don't know for what reason, whatever. But it just started selling off, and man, we made out great. Speaking of NVIDIA, I'm gonna add NVIDIA to our list. Hopefully, a lot of you guys were short. Not just NVIDIA. We could have been short anything. And it looks like the market definitely did a turn around 10:30 to the downside. All right, let's take off some from YouTube here. What do we have? IBKR is the platform we use. Absolutely. Coin earnings today or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow. I want to say tomorrow. I know we got the three major earnings today and tomorrow. Let's see. Coin. Tomorrow, okay. So coin, we are gapping up here 2.9, 615,000 shares traded. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to watch coin today leading up to earnings. They clearly going to be in play after the close tomorrow, and coming into Friday, we're clearly going to have a lot of fun with this one, but we'll watch it. I like the pre-market here. We're moving up a little bit higher, man. Coin at 380 something. This stock is just incredible. Sitting at 140 just in April. And now, Siri, nobody's calling you. Nobody's calling you. Stop. Okay, here we go. And yeah, just looking awesome. What else? Let's take two more here. Let's take QRVO. I don't like the volume, man. So no for me. I don't like the volume personally. I see you're looking at the dailies gapping up. Here's giving you a little bit of activity. I'm not a fan of the intraday here right now in the volume, so won't be on my list right now. And coin tomorrow all-time highs is your call. Let's see, and let's see what else we have. Wing, man, I gotta look at this as like Wingstop or something. What is Wing? Wing is it is Wingstop. These guys have a ticker, dude. I just guessed that. I had no idea. First thing that came to mind was Wingstop. Is this Wingstop like the restaurant, like the one in here in Jersey? Is it the same thing? It is.
Yep, that's that.
How are these guys public? That's like saying Applebee's. Is Applebee's public?
Well, they're let's see. They've got a $8 billion market cap, and yeah, apparently do $650 million of sales a year. So
wow. Okay. That's the wings and sauce. Their sauce are ridiculous. Me and my friend had the sauce, the red hot thing. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Well, I don't know how people could finish 7 wings of that. It's no.
They had earnings and beat their numbers and increased their guidance. So yeah, that's why they're gapping up so much.
Wow, very nice. All right, volume very light. I don't think I'll have that on my list, but definitely caught me off guard here. All right, Peter, let's go to you. Let's see what's happening on our beautiful. And I immediately, of course, looked up the wings. 20 wings for $20. Fire. No, they really mean fire. Like, they really mean insane madness. All right, friends, let's go to webinars. BearWithTraders.com. Click on webinars. You can always see what's happening for the next couple of days. We're going to focus on Wednesday.
And let's do this real quick because we are running a little bit late. Tonight at 8 o'clock, we do have our psychology webinar. It's going to be led by Mike. He's going to talk about how you can evaluate and strengthen your discipline. So that's important for consistency in your performance. That'll be at 8 o'clock for our elite members. During the day today, we have Dr. Vanessa Charlin, who's going to be in the webinar room at noon talking about futures. She's a very active trader, and I think she's going to be pretty active. There's just a lot going on today. I think there's going to be good opportunity midday for trading. Don't forget today, if you're in P Capital Bootcamp, this is the closeout meeting. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for anybody that's in the current boot camp. So we will sort of say farewell to those in the camp. This is your last meeting, last session. So we look forward to having that and sort of closing this thing up with a group meeting, and then we'll look forward to the next one that'll be starting in September. So if you're interested, go to peakcapitaltrading.com and you can get the information. So there about what it would take to join if you're interested. For level, well, we're going to set some levels here. We've got lots of stuff going on. I do want to mention last night there was sort of a little bit of an impromptu meetup in California. We were telling you about that. Mike hosted a few traders that were able to make it out because it was last minute. It didn't get a lot of people, but the few that were there were very active and it looked like they had a great time. They met just outside of the SpaceX headquarters at a restaurant they called Eureka, I think it was called. Oh, we need to scale that picture in there. We got like a dented bumper and two people. There we go. There. Anyways, you can see the SpaceX rocket booster sort of behind them. So there you go, to the moon. So yeah, it's a good group, and appreciate everybody that came out and joined Mike for that sort of impromptu meetup. So well done, everybody. And yeah, we'll we like to do that when we're just in a place, see where we can get an opportunity to get people out. It's always good meeting traders in person. So with that, Carlos, let's set some levels, and yeah, we got to get going, get people ready for the open here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Peter. Friends, we'll do this. I'm gonna set levels. I want to give enough time for Brian and Anna to get ready. So as soon as they hop on, I'm gonna disconnect and let them do their thing. So guys, don't wait for me to be done with these levels. Come on in, and I'll disconnect. So as soon as they do that, we'll give the room to them. I'm gonna start with levels here, and I'm gonna be looking out for them to join. Let's take a look at Starbucks. Starbucks today, again, they do trade well with earnings. High of the pre-market is going to be 98.62, so I'll put a level there. Towards the bottom, we're going to have 97.77. So there you go. That's your highs and lows for this pre-market. And then towards the bottom, plenty of levels. You got the daily here has tons of stuff, plus the previous day close as well. I'm going to move over to the left, and I'm going to mark down 99.73. So we'll do that there, and then right up here we're also going to have 102.88. That'll be a stretch, but again, Starbucks does trade very well when it is in play, and today's one of those days. PLTR is next on the list. They've also been very explosive. I mean, we love trading the stock. One of my usual suspects now for sure. High of the pre-market 157.20. The low of the pre-market is going to be down at 155.87. So that looks pretty good there, and that's all you need. Look at this daily, surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. Previous day close, everything looks great on it right now. Pre-market has been better. We've seen better out of it, but today no, not bad. Low of the pre-market on AMD's next 175.06. The high is sitting all the way at 178.90, so we'll mark those two. And as well on the daily, also highs and lows for the last two trading days. This looks very nice. I don't think we need to add anything else here. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. It's the last one that we have, and also again just hitting all-time highs yesterday at one more time. And I do see Brian coming on here, so I'm going to disconnect from chat, guys. You guys enjoy and have a great trading day. We'll finish off on YouTube here. High of the pre-market and the low are pretty much being marked down by the highs and lows from 2 days ago. So let me mute Brian. Here we go. So that's pretty much set there as far as that goes. I don't think it needs to really add it because you got the highs from 2 days ago here. This would have been Monday, right? Pretty close to it. And then this previous day close plus the low from yesterday's got the low of the pre-market as well, taken care of for you. So don't need to add a lot of NVIDIA. I mean, I like it like that, nice and simple. It's good. And I'm gonna add this level though, 171.47. Again, I don't think this stock wants to sell off anytime soon unless we hear something crazy from all the stuff that is going on today. So we'll put that 171.47 there. Aside from that, that's my list, Peter. That's what we have. Let people know what our team is watching, and then we'll get ready for the market open.
All right, guys, we have a very mixed list today with our moderators in the chat room. They're watching all sorts of different things, but that's not a surprise because we have so many different things to watch. So Lenny's watching AMD, Apple, NVIDIA, Tesla, MRVL. He's also watching Starbucks and SOFI. Jared is going to be watching Starbucks, Visa, MRVL, NVO, and BMNR. Thor is going to be watching Amazon and EMD. Jared, he's adding HOG to his list. I've got AMD, Tesla, NVIDIA, PLTR, MARA, Starbucks, and Palo Alto Networks. Brandon is going to be watching AMD, SoFi, NVIDIA, PLTR, and Tesla. Brian, who'll be trading live in the chat room, is watching NVIDIA, Tesla, AMD, SOFI, and PLTR. Gary is going to be targeting Coin and Tesla for some longs today. Eamon is looking for CCL and CVX for some longs, and maybe OKLO for a short. So we got in the chat room. Hopefully, you guys from that, there's lots to watch here. So, you just don't get too upset if you watch the wrong thing. It's very possible on a day like today. These are the days that, frankly, make me more anxious than anything because there's just too much to watch, isn't there, Carlos? It just makes it tough because you don't know where to put your eyes. Do I not have any sound? Why can't I hear Carlos? What's going on? Hello? I can't hear anybody. Oh. I'm not sure what's happening. Did I lose Carlos? What's happening? Can you hear me? Hello? I don't know. I got nothing. Okay, you guys can hear me. I can't hear Carlos. We've lost him. He was a good man. Somehow his computer's still alive because we're still running here, so that's good. That's good to know. But anyways, all right, guys, I'm getting ready for this open. And yeah, let's see what we get here. I am watching Palo Alto Networks. I want to see if it's going to go down below 180 at the open. I'm thinking it might be good for a short on this acquisition news. I don't know though. Starbucks could go either way. I don't know which way that's going to go. And then it is membership day. We did say that's the intent. Now we got to get Andrew. Actually, let me. That reminds me. Got to go bug him. I don't see him. Yeah, there he is. All right, he's in the chat room. He's alive. Andrew's gonna be watching SoFi, PLTR, NVIDIA, AMD, and SMCI. So he is there. So that's good. All right, guys. And yeah, I want to watch AMD. After the last couple of days, AMD has just been on a tear, hasn't it? So feels like this would be a good time for AMD to sort of scale back a little bit, but I'm not going to bet on that till I see confirmation in the chart. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Carlos, are you back? Are you live?
Yep. I'm good,
All right.
live and well, my friend. Yes.
Okay, good.
Sorry about that. I stepped away quickly to get some
That's
water
all right.
and get ready.
Here we go. We got 1 minute to the open. Again, whatever you're watching, just be careful with it. There's so many things to watch. You very likely might be watching the wrong thing. So that could happen.
You guys are great with the comments. He was a good man. IRP, where is he? He's trading NP. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Trading NP hurts. That one hurts. You know what, man? Yesterday we started rough. It was rough. What was it with the SMCI, man? This thing got me. But we controlled ourselves. We didn't take another trade. We said, you know what? This is it. We're not in sync with what's going on here. We took 2 trades and we left it at that. And by resetting and refocusing, we found an amazing NVIDIA trade. So it's
okay, that's good.
Turned out good. All right, friends. 8 seconds, 7. Let's get ready here. 1 minute and 5 minutes are set. And let's get the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Here we go. Where is the where's the action? Starbucks.
All right, what we got here?
AMD and NVIDIA.
Well, I was right about the drop on Palo Alto Networks, PANW. Just didn't give me a pullback first before it dropped, so I'm not going to jump in this at this point. Watching AMD to see what it's going to do here.
Friends, hit that thumbs up. Today is so much going on. We got like the VA11, we got Android 1030 with the membership giveaway, and you have me and Peter trading live. I mean, if one of those doesn't get you a thumbs up, I don't know whatever will. So appreciate it very much. Would love to be a 400 plus. It would be awesome.
I am
The levels.
I'm
gets
short
messy.
here. There we go. Partial. I'm short. Oh my God. Okay. Partial, 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 partial.
Let's go, Peter. Where's
Sorry.
your screen, baby? We need your screen. What are you trading?
Oh,
You feel
partial.
left out.
Okay. Okay.
Let's
My
get it.
stop's at break even. I'm okay now. Phew. Whoa, that was
What are you
exciting.
short? For what? What?
AMD.
AMD.
All right, so
Oh,
let
look
me
at
put it up
you.
on the
Oh,
screen here. AMD, you guys can
all right.
see I got short in the first minute.
Beautiful. Please tell us you're still in it here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Peter trading minute in. Is this? Where else do you see
Yeah.
this, huh? We turn
No, I
Peter into
saw
an
the
opening
weakness in
range
it.
trader.
It's good. I'd like to get a partial below 174. See if we can do that.
Peter, can you zoom into your 1 minute a little bit? It just probably makes it look a little better. Oh yeah, better. That's it, man. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yep.
Might come back and stop me out here. Whoa! Don't do it.
This could be.
Don't do it.
I don't know. Let's see. It's a nice battle going on right now.
Yeah.
Nice battles. Could be a good re-entry if it's gonna go short. We got to see what happens here. Stay below the VWAP. Be nice.
Oh, I got stopped out.
Ah,
So.
Starbucks.
Oh no! What's happening here? What? Oh no!
You partial a lot. Did you partial enough that you're long and now look at your P&L, see what's happening. You did, because he was like partial, partial, partial. I'm like,
I did.
What is this, Andrew?
I forgot to update my stop here because I partialed so so fast.
Oh, so I put you long, right? Like it's.
So I got long. I should have just stayed long.
Should have just stayed.
I should have stayed long. Oh well, I got
Peter,
it.
what are we doing here?
That's not my strategy. I got out. I made 2 cents on the shares that I was long on. Well, look at that.
Oh
That could have been
man,
up.
this day starting
Could have been
out,
up like
starting
50
out
cents on those.
with a bang, man. Love it, love it, love it. All right, I'm gonna try to contain my excitement and not jump into anything here. But AMD's looking good long. It really is. It's it does look. That's a nice golfing here. I mean, the stock is strong. I might take this long. We need a pullback though. Too late. This thing is gone. It is gone. Starbucks. What is Starbucks doing? So I'm looking at Starbucks for a pullback, and it's not giving it to us at all. It's just going down, down, down. I knew Starbucks trades so good on earnings, man. It always does this. G-Man, low volume and which one? Starbucks? Because if it's Starbucks, they usually don't get a whole lot of volume. You know, they tend to be a little bit on the lower side.
Oh,
this for them is a lot.
I should have stayed long. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, and AMD.
Funny.
Yeah, lower volume in AMD. But you know what? This stock is. It's been so strong, man. I don't think people are willing to short it long term. Just like Peter did, in and out. That's it.
Oh yeah. Oh, and look at the move. So we did get the move I was anticipating. So I was looking for a short on PANW below 180, and it did drop. But I said I didn't get a pullback before it dropped, but it did make a $3 move. It's pulling back a little bit now, so didn't get that one. So that's why I ended up jumping into AMD. Again, at this point, really wish I just held on to those shares.
Yeah. Coin's got a nice 5-minute RB breakdown happening, but the volume is so low. But I really like the setup on the 1 minute and the 5 minute as well. But the volume is just a little bit lower than I would like on this one. But I like that that look right now on it. But again, the volume is not great.
Starbucks is dropping.
No pullback at all. I've been waiting for this thing to pull back and nothing.
Milton, are you still trading CRCL? I was looking at that pre-market. It looked horrible. Just the price action was just horrible. Anyways.
All right, I'm gonna go. Wow, what a
moving now though.
I'm gonna go short coin for a 5-minute RB breakdown, and you got to give this enough room. So be mindful of your shares, guys. I'm giving this like 381. So you know it sounds like a lot, but the stock can move. So take less shares. 381 is my stop. You know, it's a $4 stop, but again, I'm watching the risk as the number of shares I'm taking. So just be careful. You don't need to make your money on how many shares you take on this stock. You got to make your money on your move. Like if we get down to 376, that's a $3 move, right? So just think about that. It can go the other way too, right? So, but I'm also looking at other things here. Nvidia showing strength. Let's see if Nvidia. So I'm in short on coin, and I'm looking for other opportunities as well. I don't wanna miss things here. Starbucks. What does Starbucks do?
Starbucks drops.
Man. Oh, that was the trade. That was the trade. All right. Coin's not looking great. PLTR. Yeah, coin might stop me out here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of coin. Let me jump out of coin. It's going against me here, so we'll get out of coin. We'll come back to that. Volume is too low. Volume is way too low. But again, careful with the size, guys. It took a very small size in this thing because I know you got to give it a lot, a couple of bucks at least, with the way it moves. POTR. Let's see here. Wow, Starbucks, so nice, man. That's a $2.5, almost $3 move already. If we would have simply got a pullback on this thing, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. What can you do? AMD is just sticking it to us, man. AMD is just
I know.
like,
I'm really regretting not just
went
holding
long.
onto those shares. I said, okay, well, what did I do? It was a mistaken trade, but it was perfect entry, as it turned out.
It sure was, man.
Perfect place to reverse that trade, but. And I reversed with my full size because I didn't well, almost my full size because I hadn't changed my stop. Anyways.
Yeah, well, that would have been a nice little payout.
Yeah, would have been great. Would have been better than the trade I actually did take. So
I usually don't get FOMO, but Starbucks, man, it's building that FOMO very nice. And I know this stock trades so well. I should have just got in when they did the screen candle here. Should have just went in. If you go back and look at earnings mornings from Starbucks, you see a lot is great action. Like they just trend well. Whether it's up or down, whatever the news is, they just trend well. I don't know what is it about it, but it trades so good. And I missed my opportunity today on it. Let me log into chat here. Friends, remember, it is giveaway day, so hit that thumbs up. You gotta subscribe. You have to like. And you'll be good to go. And I think the more active you are in chat, I think the better your chances. I think, not sure. Don't quote me. It's not facts. This is what I think might be happening. All right, Peter. What are we looking at? What's our next trade here?
I don't know yet.
AMD, Starbucks, POTR. So that's by the VWAP. Yeah, inaccurate, right? That's what I'm thinking. Maybe not. Here it is. Here's how we're running it today. So we're going to be testing this. Active chatters. No, we'll do it by this. We'll do a little test before we have Andrew run the official one. But we'll do a little test on it a little bit later. All right, let's see. POTR, I think long could be good for me here, maybe. But it's got to get above the VWAP nicely. Yeah, I'm going long POTR. A 5-minute ORB plus is bouncing off the VWAP. Let's see if we can get the break. I would love to just give me pre-market high. We'll be happy with that. If you want to give us more than that, that's up to you. We'll take it, but pre-market high. Let's see if POTR has the juice to get going here. 5-minute looks great. 1 minute looks a little bit messy, but 5 minute does look great. You shorted Starbucks? H. Chong, you animal. Good for you, man. You beast. Yes, that's the trade. Look at this thing go, Peter. Look at it go. It's dropping like a rock, man, and there's just no signs of it pulling back here. And I know this. Starbucks is one of those stocks that you just watch when they have earnings. Shorty at 95. Yeah, that okay, good. 95. A little bit later. I was looking up here at 96, but still, that's great. Anyone else short PLTR? It's a beautiful stock right now. I'm long. I'm sorry, short Starbucks. Short Starbucks. I'm long PLTR.
What? Carlos.
What happened?
No, you're in 2 trades.
No. I'm saying I'm asking who's short Starbucks. No, I didn't short Starbucks. I wish I did. I did. I'm just in PLTR long. We took coin again, small shares. Again, just be careful trading coin, guys. Not your regular stock. You could make a lot there. You don't have to take a lot of shares. PLTR on the other hand, you could do a little bit better. And let's see if we can get high of the pre-market, but we're 50 cents in on this trade almost. So we're getting ready for a partial. And why is this not working? All right, let's see. What is Andrew and the rest of the gang doing? Are you listening in over there, Peter? Can you hear what's happening?
Yeah. Well, Andrew had a great trade on SMCI. He traded it again today. Got the move up. He's watching PLTR right now. Not in it though.
It's nice.
I'm not sure what Brian traded.
Yeah, because I can't see his screen, but I got Andrew something now. Okay, here we go.
Didn't hear what he traded. I think he was trading Tesla.
Yep.
He does like Tesla. He likes the options on Tesla.
You know what? We didn't look at Tesla. Wow, look at that drop on PLTR. What is that? Did not like that. What's happening?
Did you get a partial before that drop? No, you didn't.
No, because I was busy looking at other things. No, not your fault. Not your fault. My fault. I was the one being distracting you and myself here. No.
Yeah, I hear that lots of tsunami warnings out there.
Yeah,
for Japan, and I understand that they may be hitting the coast of Japan now. Some of the waves.
Just crazy. All right, here we go. We're having a tough time at 158. I feel like it's just gonna blow right through that, but we just keep struggling. 158.50 on PLTR. So, like, I want to be patient, but it's just not breaking through. So, let's see. Where's your stop loss? Low of day. Low of day is here. No. This is here because it's this must have been the pre-market high or something. Not sure how we got this level here. No, my stop on this is right here, around 157.60ish. So right here, like if we come back down, we don't hold on the VWAP and we don't hold on this level here, then the likelihood is that it's not gonna go higher, right? So, but it is this level here is just tough. It does not want to break it, and I'm trying to stick around for the break, because I know if it breaks here, we probably can get 159 very easy, but it is struggling with whatever this area is here. You can see that the sellers keep pushing it down every time we get here. So let's see. As long as we stay above the VWAP, I'm gonna hang out for a little bit on it, and let's see if we can get the push. But oh yeah, it's struggling. All right, so stop low 157.65. We'll get out. Let's see if we can hold the VWAP here. We came to it earlier. We bounced pretty nice. And here I thought we were actually going to get going, and we didn't. We failed. All right, so I need to...
also trading NVIDIA. Looks like he's heavy on the semis today.
Nice.
It's all semis.
Nice. All right, so 2 trades for me right now, friends. A coin, small loss on that one. A PLTR. All right, I'm not going to be greedy. I don't care. Just take a partial. I'm gonna have. I wanted to wait, but again, just we keep coming back here and just struggling. So I try being patient.
Yeah, there's some value sometimes in just putting some money in the bank, and
yeah.
plus you reduce
cents.
the risk if it spikes down on you.
Yeah, exactly. Which again, it's just this price action is very interesting. How stuck we are in this range right now in PLTR, and the 5 minute looks awesome. Like we're ready to explode here, but it is struggling so bad. So yeah, I don't like that there. Glad I took a partial. Now are we gonna flush or are we holding? Like so.
Oh, yeah, see.
So bad, man. So bad. I'm probably gonna get out all here. I break even. Or are we bouncing? Oh man, this is hard trades. This is hard to trade when the stock is doing what this is doing right now, because you constantly have to make a decision whether you're gonna stay in it, is it gonna bounce off a VWAP. And look where we are now. We're back up to 150, 830 now. I mean, that is not easy trading. This is stressful trading here. I don't like stressful trading. But this is... I can't take my eyes off and look at anything else. Oh, what is going on? I'm just getting out. This makes no sense. This makes no sense whatsoever. It is like it's the waste trade, and it might come back up again, but you know what? It's just not worth it. We'll take our small little green and call it. We can always come back in if it settles down better. We can come back in, but this. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna go. I'm not gonna chase you, but looks like it. Yeah, it's just messy. Oh my goodness. Look at Starbucks. Why, oh why, oh why? This is a
Starbucks
$5 move for me. Wow, man.
Yep.
You guys take who's still in it? You guys gotta still be in this one. This is just an amazing short. No test, just goes, drops. Tesla, yeah, I'm watching Tesla on the screen. I can bring it up here too. I'm watching it, but what are we thinking here? Like, what are you thinking as far as trading Tesla right now? I don't want to go short here. I don't want to go long. There's nothing here that I like at the moment on Tesla. POTR. AMD looks like wants to just bounce off the VWAP and go. Did Andrew trade AMD today? He didn't trade AMD.
No, I think just Nvidia and SMCI. Yep. So.
Oh man.
But I should have. I'm still frustrated that I just I sort of panicked out of the long I didn't mean to be in, but because it just turns out that it was such a good trade. It would have made me more than I said the trade I did take on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh,
this thing just keeps going. Lower and lower. It's just beautiful. Beautiful thing. Oh, man. All right. Man, Andrew's crushing Nvidia and SMCI. Here it is. Heavy on the semis today, but heavy on the semis is paying out, working out. Look at, there it is. Here is Nvidia 1 minute ORB engulfing. This strategy, guys. This is a very powerful move. So 1 minute ORB engulfing pattern in above the VWAP, partial adds, and then just here you're just cruising. You're just on cruise control at this point on this one. And how do you take SMCI? Is this say 1 minute ORB as well? No, that's your 1 minute ORB right there. On the break, in partial, add. that is pro trading. That's what that is. You want to see that? Head into the chat room. We got a $19 discount you can get in for a week. that is pro stuff, man. That is legit pro trading. So shout out to Andrew. He's gonna have a great day, great clean trading today. AMD looks like it wants to go here, so AMD might actually be taken off. Tesla looks choppy. Yeah, Tesla. You know what? It's a little bit choppy right now. It's gonna get better though. This always happens, guys, right?
Yeah,
things get a little choppy, and then it'll open up. We just gotta be patient. Wait for your setup. This thing will open up and it'll do some good stuff. Look at Nvidia go here, trading very well. Starbucks can finally trying to find some support, but did it hit 91, 91.05? So if you're short on Starbucks, and that was the first one on my list today. I'm still bitter about that. I'm not trading Starbucks short. I am bitter about that, I'll tell you. But that looks awesome. Let's take a look at a secondary list. SRPT, nothing. SOFI, garbage. Coin, coin sold off. I missed it already though. Wasn't looking. Could have went back in right here in this area. I missed it. All right. PANW. Peter, this did what you actually said it was going to do. Sell off and then
yep.
You know, it's a nice little drop there. So yeah, it's great morning, guys. I just think that you know, a lot of the moves took PLTR. I don't want to chase it. Can you pull back? PLTR. I'm not gonna chase it. I can't chase it up here. Yeah, Nicholas, I did look at coin, and you know what? It's on my secondary list. I wasn't looking at it, and then just now I was running through all the stocks, and I don't know if I would enter PLTR, but I definitely would enter coin here again, especially on this breakdown here, right over here. I love that retest of the VR. This is beautiful. So this VR breakdown, you know, anywhere in this area is a good entry for me, and I missed it. But that's okay. That's okay, because PLTR again, I would not taking a whole boatload of shares anyway. PLTR. Look at this. Do we re-enter? We need a pullback. Why don't we give a month membership instead of a year, but to more people? In this case, we have a chance to be more attracted to the chat room when we see it from the inside. That's a good point. That's a good point. I like that. Something to consider. I think a month is too short, all right? We like giving. We like giving. We like giving stuff. Right? Well, a month is too short, I think.
Yeah.
How about 6 months? But we maybe do something like that. 6 months. Cut it in half and give it to more people. Increase by 50%.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
increase by 50%. Yeah. Well, that was yeah. Yeah, something to think about. We're not saying no. I agree. I agree. Like a year might be a lot for a giveaway. We like a lot. Okay, I'm going long PLTR. We got a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see if the strength continues. Stop losses, I'll give it 50, 60 cents. So that's around the VWAP, right? That's where we need to be at. Same thing like it did here. Here, I even give you the VWAP and a little bit more and still stop me out. Let's see if we can get the breakout happening out of this range. We kind of are stuck in the range. We're at the top of the range on the 5-minute RB. That's not the 5-minute. The 5-minute chart. 5-minute RB is down here. Let's see if we can get the breakout going. So will be real nice. And how's Starbucks doing? 90.65. Very nice. All right, see if your TR can get something going there. And Andrew still is in SMCI, and he is He's got his limit orders up there ready to go. Man, this stock is rocking. Where was this yesterday when I was trading SMCI? What happened?
Where was this yesterday?
Like I
Isn't that
traded
always the question, eh?
like I
Why couldn't I
traded
do this when I was trying to
SMCI
trade it?
like 3 times yesterday. No, twice. Where was this move? No, it waits for Andrew to come in and trade it, and then it does this beautiful thing. So disrespectful, this stock, I tell you. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, we'll see where that goes. And yeah, just trading awesome. There's Brian. What is Brian trading? Good buddy Brian. POTR is coming back down. We'll give it to the VWAP. See if it can hold the VWAP here. Actually, I'll give it to the VWAP. A little bit more just in case we're going to bounce, but I can't give it 157.82. That's just too much. Ideally, if I would have taken less shares, I probably could have given it all the way down here, but that's too much. I should have done that. I should have taken less share and give it this much. But then it takes forever to get to your at least a decent amount if it does start going your way. So it's a give and take with POTR. But this stock could trend. Like if you get into a good move, this stock can really get going. SMCI to the damn moon. Look at this thing. Are you guys looking at this? Are you guys in chat seeing this? My goodness. Andrew's adding here. Why not? His average is like down here at this point.
Yeah,
might as well add.
He accidentally got short actually, and then he had to get out. So he did the same thing I did.
Oh no. He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh man, that's a shame. Damn. Yeah, that's what you get, that $8 loss right there. I mean, yeah, that's a shame. I'm not complaining. I mean, he shouldn't complain, but that sucks. It's like such a good move. So, all right, awesome. 19,000 for Andrew today. SMCI and Nvidia doing their thing.
What?
What happened, Peter? You good?
Nothing. I'm good.
Oh.
I'm good. It's
Okay.
just-
Okay. All right. Hood breaking out. R4. Let's take a look. Speaking of R4s and Camarilla pivot points and all that stuff, Thor will be on at 11. And today's Dr. V. So again, make sure to tune in for that. Every Wednesday at 11. She comes on with Thor and takes you through some pretty cool questions and psychology stuff. So be on the lookout for that. And today, we have gonna give you guys the links because I know we're gonna forget. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys a link that you can sign up now to get alerted when we go live later for our earnings, right? So I'm gonna put it in here in chat now so you guys can connect. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys this afternoon. Where's the link here? Yeah, triple play earnings, Apple, Amazon, and Coin. Wait, that's tomorrow. No, today is Meta, Microsoft, and Hood, which you're looking at right now. Okay, so here is the link. Here you go, friends. Just go in there and just click on notify so you can get alerted when we go live. 3:30 we'll go live, so we'll cover the earnings into the close, plus we'll talk about the Fed, right, Peter? We'll talk about how the Fed reaction was too. So much going on today, man. This is awesome. This is the type of trading that we like to see, type of action that we want to see. Let's take a look at Nvidia Starlight.
I need to.
Membership, yes, membership. Maybe we should give we give 6 months to the giveaway, and we get 6 months to the person that's leading the way here. How about that? Oscar, welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck membership. This is so funny. So I just turned that on yesterday, and immediately we already got. You're member number 2.
Yeah.
You are member number 2. So, welcome. So we just turned it on. Yeah, I just like, what does this do? So I just turned it on YouTube, and we got 2 members. We got you and somebody else. So you're number 2, man. Welcome to the party. And then what we'll do is, if you're a member of the YouTube channel, we're gonna put up a lot more other stuff in the back end, so you can have access to. Plus, and your numbers, your letters in green here, your name. You get to see your questions a little bit sooner too. Like, and it would be highlighted, so when Andrew and anybody's on, they'll prioritize those names as far as getting to things. Plus, we're gonna on the giveaway. So there's a thing here on the giveaway. You get a plus. You get a better chance on the giveaway. Right, so it's like, when you enter like tickets, you enter 2 tickets going for you. All right, so Oscar, welcome to the party here. So if you want to join, guys, just click join the channel, and this is gonna, yeah, we just did it. We're still building it. We are gonna build it up and do something real nice there for those members. But thank you, getting ahead. Love it. We need a sheet for these rules. No, there's no rules. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Starbucks 90. It's going to 90.
Yeah, I know.
This is it's okay for me to have FOMO today on this. I'm gonna accept that FOMO is okay on this stock. I'm not gonna do anything stupid, but FOMO is okay, because this is just, how else am I supposed to feel here? Like, this is just ridiculous. POTR, you back at VWAP. Are you bouncing? Are you going lower? I don't want to hold you through the VWAP. Don't want to do that. Give me such, yeah. I don't want to hold you to the VWAP. Come on, bounce. So you give me some room so I can stay alive in this trade. Give me some room. I'm just not trying to be sad here, Gerard. Hopefully we're not keeping you sad. we throw in a couple of rants throughout the show to keep you happy, no matter how your day is going. And Peter had a few of those for you today, so hopefully we're keeping you nice and happy. The other Gerard Dexson, Dirksen. There we go. I said that right now. So. Yeah, you know what? It's a choppy day depending on what you're watching. So it depends, because if you look at AMD, this is not choppy. Well, now it is, but it had a great open. Starbucks, this is far from choppy. This is just beautiful. Like, you don't get anything better than this. This is beautiful. NVIDIA, good start. It is a little bit choppier now. And then you have SMCI, which Andrew shows you how that's doing. That was beautiful. But now you look at something like POTR. This is choppy, right? This is choppy. Coin, actually, it dropped a little bit. Didn't give you a whole lot after that. So, still finding support in this 379 area. PANW is choppy. Yeah, there's some things happening here. All right, POTR, give us all our money back that we lost today. Come on, we could do this. Break out.
Oh, you're still hanging in there, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got back in. I see.
No, I stopped out on small green on this one. I stopped out. Got back in after this pull back here for the break of the range, and it's just struggling. But you know what? The 5 minute looks good, so I got to be a little more patient. I should be playing it off the 5 minute. This looks good to me as far as it wanting to go. But it's a little bit choppy. Nobody gives me a hint on the days I'm going to lose money before the market opens, and it happened today. So I agree. This is Gerard, I agree that should be happening. Yeah, Andrew, SMCI, man, you are a monster. That is awesome trading, man. Did it go back up? I know it pulled back a little bit.
Andrew's asking why you're in PLTR.
Because I'm not in SMCI. Because I'm not in his trade. Because I am not in SMCI. That's exactly why I'm in this. I know, man. I know.
Ugh. And I'm still frustrated that I got out of my AMD long that I was accidentally. And again, it was a much better trade than the short I took.
Yeah.
So.
And AMD, same thing. Yeah, beautiful 5-minute RB.
AMD,
like,
look at it go.
This is what I would trade. I should pay the chat room and join for $1. I should pay the chat room and look at your trades.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's great. That is awesome. PLTR, you better work and make me look good here, man. You better get 159.70 and so I could have something to talk about. Better make me look good. All right. All right, guys. I'm trying to run this giveaway software program, but not now. I want to do a test, but it's not connecting. We're going to do a little bit different going forward. All right, where's Oscar? Oscar Ramirez, thank you for joining, man. Thank you for joining the Lambos and garbage truck membership. Maybe maybe that's where we should put our podcast, behind that membership, Peter. Our whiskey and weapon whiskeys and Wall Street podcast. Come on, PLTR, I gotta show off on Andrew here. Guys, thumbs up for PLTR to work. We need to tell them that we trade awesome here on YouTube too. I know they crushed it in the chat room, but now we gotta do a little competition going. Let's go, PLTR. SOFI breaking out. Let's see. You know, Gerard, I have not traded recently. Oh, look at SoFi go here, guys. Yes, it's taken off. Good call out. If you caught it, this thing about 50 cents from the break, maybe a little bit less, 40, depending when you got in. So SoFi taking off here. Wow, what's the news, guys? Awesome, Oscar. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Glad you're learning a ton.
AMD, NVIDIA, wow, both are pushing higher here. PLTR, come on, PLTR, do it for Carlos.
Joe, welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Trucks. I don't know if we're going to keep that name, but that's the name I put. Again, we're just messing around, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to do something real nice on this thing. All right. PLTR is moving. We'd love to get to 1 hour, so I want to be patient. Because, you know, you come back later. It's only 39 minutes into the market open. You come back later, you look at these stocks. They're like, they moved a ton after that first hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes. So I'm hoping that can take place here. And then we're going to have almost like a second open when it comes to Powell, right? 2 o'clock.
Yep.
And we should be live for that. Should we be live for that? I don't want to put too much on today, but I feel like today's the day. Today's like the day to do all kinds of stuff. Thank you for joining, Joe. Good to have you, man. Thank you, sir. We'll welcome you to the membership. NVIDIA, is SMCI still doing better than? Oh my goodness. It went up to 62.28, so it did keep going after we saw it earlier. Okay. Pure TR, can you get to 160? Powell's gonna say we are monitoring data as usual. Yeah, Powell's not gonna rock the boat, man. I don't know if he's right or wrong, because again, I don't have a finance major or anything like that, or a PhD, but you have to understand who the president is as far as what he's willing to do to keep the markets going up. Like, forget about the numbers. The president is willing to do whatever it takes to get the markets going up. Like, he'll come out, if the market's dropping, he'll come out and say, oh, tariffs are off for the next 60 days. Like, he will say whatever he needs to say to get the markets to go up. So you got to put the numbers aside and think about who you're dealing with and say, you know what, bring the rates down 0.5%. 25%, right? About 0.25, whatever. see what happens, because you have someone that's clearly looking at the Wall Street and the SPY in the market, and he's gonna react to it, right? So you kind of gotta look at that as well, right? He's clearly looking at the numbers. So I think Powell might be wrong in that sense, not reading the room a little bit here. He's just sticking to his guns, and it is what it is. We're gonna hear the same thing. We're dual mandate, and the data shows we need more confidence. Like, it's the same thing. Like, nothing new is gonna come out of this. And someone's gonna ask him, "What do you think about Trump's visit at the White House? I mean, at the Fed?" Gary had a great time. He's not gonna say anything bad or negative about the president, because Powell, he actually he's gotten very good at answering these questions. So it'll be should be a dull meeting. It's very hard to get under his skin for him to say something crazy.
Yep.
And you guys know my rant last week about this. Why do it have to be 25%? Can you bring it 10%? Do 10. Do 10. Do 5. Like, why does it have to be this set number? Who made this rule up? Like, do 15. Doesn't have to be a quarter. But that's a different story for a different day. Yeah, yes, friends. Membership giveaway, and that is happening today when Andrew comes on. Dr. VI11. Let me send you guys this again. This is for later today. Just click on that live YouTube feed there, and we're going to be live at 3:30 for earnings, triple play earnings today. What do we have? Actually, that's tomorrow. Mega earnings showdown today. Meta, Microsoft, and Robinhood. So, should be a great day.
It's just on fire.
NVIDIA. Andrew's still in NVIDIA?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I know
he got out.
He did? Okay.
He
he
disappeared. Where'd he go?
Well, he's in the office, so I know he didn't go shower. Unless there's a shower in the office. I don't know. So we know he didn't do that. But if he did run home to shower, I'm going long everything. AMD's looking to break, friends. PLTR.
Why does Andrew need to shower all the time when he's trading? Does he soil himself when he trades, or what's going on?
I don't know, man. Just a thing. Maybe some kind of. Maybe when he went to Mount Everest, he got to whisper something. Shower after you enter your first trade.
Some like rare mountain disease. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, not mountain disease. I'm saying he's probably heard a voice in his ear saying, when you shower, things will go well. And it just works. Good morning, Trent Wire. How are you? Welcome. I am at the moment just babysitting my slow grinding POTR trade. And other than that, just looking to see what else is out there. SOFI took off, still got all the way to 21.48. You guys call that one out. No, Andrew doesn't sweat with his numbers anymore. Maybe he used to, but not anymore. No, he's
no, I don't think so.
He's comfortable. He's comfortable now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, at some point we all sweat in some positions. Even now, I get nervous when I go into some position. I'm like, okay, I went in too much. Like you feel like, okay,
yeah,
the risk is too high on this one. That will happen here and there, but no, he's I think he's comfortable. All right, PLTR 159. Trash truck. Oh, SPY's pushing. Let's see, SPY. NVIDIA, AMD. What else we got going on? SRPT, SOFI pulling back. Coin, garbage. PANW, nothing. Starbucks, SMCI, and NVIDIA and AMD to a certain point were really great trades right out of the gates here. So, HIMS. Candy, you traded HIMS today? I saw it earlier. Oh yeah, yeah. This is good. How did you trade? Did you trade it today? How did you take this? Um, you you have a 5 minute ORB here. This is your 5 minute range. Nice breakout there, and then it just goes. So I like the 5 minute ORB setup here. Not the easiest trade to take, because if you look at it, it's a little bit choppy. It eventually gets going, but not the easiest setup to jump in on. Yeah, POTR is just struggling here at 159. I'm trying to get higher, but we might just need to take out 159. It's not going to get us our 1R. He's trading so bad today. All right, let me 5 minute RB. Awesome. Joe, thank you so much, man. Glad you enjoyed the channel. And glad you enjoyed the book. Andrew will love a great review on it. Honest review on it. So, sweet, man. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Trucks. I like that name. We should keep it. Should we keep the name Lambos and Garbage Trucks? It's
you got lots of names going on here.
I don't want to come off too like. Oh no, that's still happening. I think that's still happening, Peter. See now, this is good. If we put this under behind the membership, right? You can't just have it open on YouTube for everybody. But if we put it under the membership, we can definitely do it, because it'll be more. I see. More exclusive. Whiskey, weapons, and Wall Street. Be more exclusive. Yeah.
Exclusive ranting.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. So let's see. Very nice. The 3 W's. Yes. Lambos or food stamp. Yeah. Lamborghini or cardboard box is what we used to say in chat. If you guys remember that.
Yep.
PLTR. PLTR pulling back. Membership with whiskey. So many things that can go wrong. I don't know how these guys got the license to be able to. I don't know who they paid off, who they lobbied the heck out of, to be able to pay off to get the license to deliver whiskey, to deliver alcohol. Like I don't know how they were able to do that. Like this, the company, it's a big one that a lot of people know that they're able to do that. I don't know how they pull that off. Like the liability, the risk, who's actually getting it. I mean, it's just really, that's like selling guns online. I mean, actually, you could sell guns online. I don't know.
Isn't the post supposed to be secure? I mean, it's
well, no, I think it's a driver. A driver brings. No, they don't send it in the mail. I think a driver brings it to you. Yeah, it's there's a couple delivery service here in the U.S. where you can get alcohol delivered to your house.
Yeah, we got that too. There's a couple of local distilleries that'll deliver right to your house. You just order online; they'll deliver it to you. I mean, I guess that's allowed.
It's probably very interesting, man. I could see in COVID being a thing, but I don't know. All right, we're back in the green. Green, red is what POTR is doing for us today on this move. Back in the green. I'm getting impatient, so I'll be honest. If it hits 159, I'm just going to take everything out. It's just, I'm not being patient. Yeah, Aaron, it's just struggling. It really is. Struggling. All right, friends. 10 minutes. Andrew will be on here, and we'll be ready to go. Andrew's camera froze. Let's see. I gotta get this giveaway thing working. This Nightbot thing is not working. So. Let's see here. Oh, there's an app. It did? What was your stop?
AMD, where are you going, AMD, buddy?
Oh man, sorry to hear that. So yeah, this drop here, yeah, it's been doing that. But see, that's why I got it at the VWAP, and as the VWAP moves higher, also test received. I'm gonna check something right now. As the VWAP moves higher, my stop is actually lower as well, right? So this is actually helping. So we are trending higher slowly. This needs to work, man. I cannot have Andrew come out here 9 minutes and give me crap for this. This better work. No,
And give you
there's more on the line on this trade than money. There really is.
Yeah.
There's more on the line. Oh yes, this needs to work. Yes, this needs to work. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get up there. Awesome. Let's do this.
Goodness, this AMD just keeps on
going.
Churning. Chug.
AMD, NVIDIA started moving higher again. Look at this one.
I know it's trying to keep. They're keeping pace with each other, right? Like they're almost the same price within a couple of cents.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Come on, BLTR. We can do this.
I know the feeling.
We're gonna beat you, buddy. We're gonna beat you. Like that. Look at that. Look how chill Andrew trades. You think he's worried about trading a couple of, 1,000 shares? Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's a guy that doesn't look worried about anything.
No, worry about nothing at all. No. All right, let's PLTR. Let's do this. Break 159. I'd be so happy. You're in SOFI, Google, Day Wong, Eagle. Nah, man, it's just fun and games, man, really.
Oh, excuse me. Yawning. All right.
Proud is a cruel mistress. It is. We need this, PLTR. Come on. Print that. I'm struggling. Struggling so bad. All right, friends. 943 people watching. Likes at 450. We're happy.
Wow.
We're very happy with that.
Sales really dropped.
What did?
The pending home sales. It came out a little while ago, but expected to be a 0.2% increase. It was actually down by 0.8%. So see a drop in home sales. Market didn't really care.
Yeah.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, everybody. Remember that. 2 o'clock is the time when the Fed rate decision comes out. Expected to be no change. Again, last count, 97.9% of all analysts believe that there will be no change in the rate. Let's see if that opinion has changed in the last little bit. Well, it's got down 1%, 96.9 right now. Anyway, still, the majority of people think there'll be no change in the interest rate. We'll see what happens. But that's at 2, and then the press conference starts at 2:30. So you got to remember that.
Yes, indeed. And just a reminder, we'll be live at 3:30. Here's the link again. Because again, I want you guys to show up and have some fun with us there, and just kind of see how the earnings play out, see if any trading opportunities, and help us get ready to what to expect the following day. So
no, for that, I'm not going to be here. I can't find my my headset. I don't know where it's gone.
Oh, okay. Oh, your travel headset.
Yeah. Here it is. Oh, there it is. All right. Aha.
Nice. All right, what do we have?
Plug this in, make sure it's charged.
2 p.m. Yeah, so 2 p.m. The minutes come out, and then the actual conversation will be at 2:30. 2:30. All right, let's see if we can get something going here. AMD did break out a little bit there. Starbucks eventually bottoming out here and going higher, so that's good. SOFI continues, friends. This thing is on fire. So breaking high of the day here, 2161. Did we find out what the news was, Peter? I don't know if I missed it. But this seems kind of news break worthy. Let's take a look here. Did you guys know in chat whoever called it out? Huge order. SOFI wants 22. Yeah, looks like it. What is SOFI, by the way? What is this? What company is this?
They're
make phones.
No, loans. They do.
Oh.
Loan. Remember we were talking about they were making.
Yes.
We were talking about mortgages. Getting a mortgage through your phone.
Oh, is it like Rocket Lab, Rocket Mortgage? Seriously, Rocket Mortgage is kind of the same thing too.
Yeah.
They do everything online. Okay.
Small loans, commercial loans, short-term loans, mortgage loans, all loans. A lot of retail.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, Rocket Mortgage does something similar. Nice, catchy website. Right, they're trying to be a little trendy here. Look at the little things moving around. It's nice colors. Very easy to navigate. Looks
A lot of
like
college loans too, education loans.
Yeah.
They do a lot of that. So, anyways.
Okay. SoFi doing good. Doing well. VRT is gonna make me wait all day for this trade. All day for this. Nvidia to the moon. That is nice. Oh, full bank, not just loans. You can trade stock with them too. Really? That's a lot. So you can trade with them. Oh, invest. Yeah, everyone. Explore. All in on everyone. Okay. Speaking of trading in stocks, man. Big news last week, if you guys missed it, is the PDT rule, right? Of possibly FINRA reducing it down from 25 to 2,000. So that means you could day trade in and out with a $5,000 account. So, it's a great opportunity, guys, to start learning. It hasn't happened yet. They haven't said when it's going to happen or if it's going to pass. But it's a great time to start learning how to trade, right? So this is only good for people that know how to trade. Like if you don't know how to trade, doesn't matter. It could be zero and you're going to end up blowing up, right? So you got to learn how to trade. Get yourself some education, because some people they don't learn because they want it to be achievable. As far as what I mean by that, I mean like if they know they only have $10,000 budgeted for day trading, right, to do this, and they know that they need 25 to get the PDT rule, they're not willing to go overseas to do the go around to get around the PDT rule, then they don't start the learning process because they want to see that line go all the way from A to Z, right? Well, now it can possibly happen, right? Down to $2,000 with $5,000 you can trade here in the U.S. with the brokers you probably already know and track the brokers, right? That's awesome. So, but again, you need to know how to trade. So start learning now, and if they're talking about it all over the place, so if it does come to fruition, it's going to be great for a lot of traders that are disciplined and know how to trade. If you don't know how to trade, this could be a disaster if you don't know how to trade, because you just be gambling, right? This would be a disaster.
It'd be a disaster.
Oh, it'd be a disaster. But I know people that gamble with $50,000, $100,000, right? Accounts. So I don't think it has to do with the amount of money. It has to do with the amount of discipline. So
right.
So that's my opinion. I don't know, Steve. I think 2,000 makes sense. But again, I just think the number doesn't really matter if you're not disciplined. That's my thought process. What happened, Peter?
I can hear you, Andrew. Carlos, can you hear Andrew?
I cannot.
Or is that me? That's
I
me.
can hear Brian.
I can hear Brian too.
Okay, I can't hear Andrew just yet. But he might not be locked on just yet. Let's just make sure. Yeah, no, he's not on yet.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes, I can. Can hear you and see you. And your screen's not up yet, but oh no, did he disconnect? Oh. He disconnected. So I heard him for a little bit, then he disconnected. All right, friends, Brian and Andrew up next.
Indeed.
He was there.
All right, Brian, can you hear me, Carlos?
Yes, I hear you now. Can you hear me? Andrew, can you hear me?
Andrew?
I can hear you.
I think he can't hear
my trading was
us.
okay. I tried to go long Tesla and it didn't work out, so I had to cut my position. But then I took it short, so it worked out well because Tesla dropped pretty hard after that.
Yeah, Andrew, we could hear you. Hold on a second, Brian. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay, are you good? Okay, awesome sauce. There we go.
How's the sound quality?
Little echoey, but not bad. Sounds like you're in an office. Not bad.
I mean, I have to look at it because this is the first time I'm doing it from the office. I have to look at it. Carlos, you have a background noise. We have to look at yours because Peter is very clear, but you seem like I don't know if a computer fan or something that some sort of background.
That's my AC blasting because I run into computers. It gets so hot in here, and if I don't run that AC, forget it. I'll be drenched in sweat.
Oh, I see. It's okay. You can be sweaty. People love it.
Yeah, well, we do.
We're probably getting more likes.
That.
We're like,
good and sweaty.
Well, we had a great trading
we
day
don't want
in
that.
the chat room, guys. I mean, we had a really, really nice trading day in the chat room. So I shared my screen. Carlos, if you have it, maybe we can actually go through some of that.
Yep,
I did trade NVIDIA and SMCI. So both of these semi conductors are really going. And if you share Carlos into the chat room as well, that would be really nice. So today was a great trading day. So NVIDIA and SMCI was both of them super nice trade, and I'm going to go over that. Both of them opening range breakout in 1 minute. So NVIDIA obviously trades near the all-time high. As soon as it popped up, I went long. Got partial. I got some partial fills here, and then for the higher pre-market went up, and I added more a couple of times on that from 176.50 all the way up to 178 that I got out of it here, the final part. And it did go higher, and it's continued going higher, and I think it's going to go. It's very likely that it's going to go for a break of all-time high at almost 180. So that was the immediate trade. The better trade was in SBUX, almost the same trade. A few minutes after the open, came above the VWAP, we volume, we went long, partial, and the pullback. I added more. One more time, and no, actually, I didn't. I only one time. So I added here, and then I got out completely here at 61.40. And I did, in the chat room, we were talking about how to put an order and, for a limit order. And then I said that if you put the limit order and if you get out of it before, because that order stays in the market, if you come there and you don't have the shares to sell, then you become short. And that's exactly what happened to me. That's exactly what happened. I got short and I quickly covered my short. So that turned out to be a really nice $20,000 day. So that was pretty nice. And this is what you're hearing is Benzinga. You hear Benzinga, yes? So I'm going to stop that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can hear that. Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty good trading day.
Carlos is.
And then dropped.
Yeah.
So we have some stocks
Carlos.
and some bonds. Let's see what the bond market does at 2 p.m. The Fed's meeting and Fed's minute and J-Pow, question and answers might actually give some volatility to the bond market as well. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Well, we're not expecting any rate change. It's going to be interesting to see what the various Fed heads think about where they think rates are going to go in the future. And of course, we'll get the conference at 2:30, and Powell's usually pretty good at sticking to the script, choosing his words.
Yeah.
But we got ADP employment was the employment payroll numbers were up higher than expected. So labor market, there's certainly no signs of weakness there. I think GDP number came in a little bit higher than expected. So economy seems to be ticking along fine. So I just don't see really a reason to cut.
Housing sales were down marginally at 10, but yeah, that's not going to change a decision.
No.
Well, as I was saying, right now the number is 90, where are we at? 96.9% of all analysts think that there'll be no rate change. So
Yeah,
almost
97%.
yeah.
That would be nice if they drop the rate.
Maybe September. September, I think there's about a 60%.
Yeah, 60% saying expected drop.
Roughly, yeah. So we shall see.
Yeah, seems unlikely they'll drop the rate today. So again,
And we're seeing a nice NVIDIA was a really nice trading day. Carlos, you did PLTR, and I know Peter, you did AMD short at the open, yes?
yes, that's right. Yeah, I did AMD short. And actually, I did the same thing you did, but in reverse. I didn't set my stop. I forgot to update my stop, and I ended up long on AMD. And then I said, "Oh, this wasn't my intended trade," and I got out, which I'm regretting now because it was actually a better trade long than it was short. I should have just kept the shares, and would have been awesome. But there it is. That happened.
Yeah, I'm in PLTR and we're battling because I know you were talking bad about my trade, so I'm trying to close the green here, which is working. It's working.
It's that all? It's that high of
It's-
day.
I'm gonna take a partial here, man. Yeah, just to say that we did it.
Yeah, no, definitely, Carlos. Today was the day for semiconductors, SMCI, and
Yeah, yeah.
AMD were really the trades that should have traded. Yeah, I mean, interest rates high. Even the Bank of Canada also didn't increase the rates. One of the things that US does is when the rates are high in US, the other central banks cannot lower their rates that easily. So it puts pressure on the rest of the world as well. Because if they start, like Canada really needs to lower the rate, like it's really a really big recession. But if they lower the rate, the currency goes down. So it gets even worse. So they have to keep the rate higher until the US brings that. So essentially, US is one of the biggest exporters of inflation to the world right now because by keeping the rate high, it puts pressure on all currencies. Usually the currencies are, related to the difference in the interest rates. When the interest rates of one currency, central banks is higher, the value of that currency is higher. So they can't, Canada cannot be lower because I think it's Canadian dollar goes really down.
Yeah, it does makes your currency cheaper so that your goods become cheaper to the rest of the world. But then it's anything you export becomes more expensive, or import, I should say. Anything you bring into the country, buy in another currency becomes more expensive. So if you're a net importer of stuff, it really can hurt you.
Lower the rates, JPA, JPA. Yeah, really hard to short SMCI today or NVIDIA. Like you gotta be really careful not to short these strong stocks.
Tesla's right back at PDC. Might be
Yeah,
might
SOFI
be
is
a
running up.
play up for a bounce.
SOFI is great. It's interesting. SOFI is really nice right now. SPY, all-time high in SPY. No. Hughes, no. What is this? We don't get all-time high. Who's responsible for this? Food also ran up nicely. Yeah, very nice. Any question, guys? Do we have any question to answer? Because I'm not going to take any other position. I'm sitting at this $20,000 profit and see what the market is doing. Today, earning is actually one of the biggest earnings. We have Microsoft and Meta after the close. These two together are 10% of the whole stock market. And then tomorrow, I think we have Apple and Amazon. There are two other big companies. Today and tomorrow is probably one of the biggest earnings that we have. So it would be nice. I think we're going to go live as well. So at 3:30, we're going to have the live stream. So our close traders, Brian, Mike, Peter, Jared, will be there to see if you can actually get any trading opportunities. So if you're watching on YouTube, join us. Is that true, Carlos?
Yep.
Yes. We will be there.
I might be there as well. So because I don't want to be at home with my mom. So I might just get out of home.
Escaping the house.
I'm a 41-year-old living with my mom. Like it's
just, my mom gotta work. Oh.
That's not the future that I was seeing myself like.
Nice bounce off the PDC on Tesla.
Yeah, Nvidia hitting a new high right now. Unstoppable.
Don't stay there for a long time. I think Tesla's looking a little weak. Nvidia's back at high of day.
Wow, Nvidia broke out. Wow, I should have stayed in Nvidia. Look at that, 179. I'm telling you, all-time high today. All-time high, all-time high, all-time high. And the $4 trillion company.
Seems like it.
Wow, what a trading day. Guys, I really hope that those of you who haven't really got into trading, start trading on a simulator. Honestly, there is a lot of potential on that. Like, you see how we're trading. We wake up in the morning, half an hour, you see so much opportunity. If you know how to trade it, and it's hard. You look at us, you've been trading like 10, 15, 20 years. It looks easy. It's like looking Cristiano Ronaldo play in the field. It looks easy, but it really takes a lot of time, to master this skill. And I really hope that you guys put the effort on it. You don't have to be there 10 hours a day. So because becomes frustrating. So what you should do is you just come trade for 1 hour, 2 hours, and go get your life, get your career, get your business, and then come again tomorrow and then learn something, and then go again and learn something, and just continue, learning and growing the way that, slowly, a couple of hours a day. We have the simulator, cheap simulator, expensive simulator. We have the funded account. You don't even need to risk $1. Just go through this program and see if you can make it or not. Look at this beautiful $4 trillion company is up 2%. 2% of $4 trillion. This is the money that is moving in the market. And you can actually benefit from that. And we do it live in front of you in YouTube, in chat room, and see the screen. But the key here is you have to ask a question that, do you have it to the discipline and determination? Do you really want it or not? So, and that's what I really encourage you guys to do. I mean, there's so much we can do for you, but the rest is really on you. The showing up every day, determination, and all people that you see, Carlos, Peter, Mike, John, everybody in the community. These are the people that they love trading and they show up every day. That's how I found them. Like Peter was, one of the early members in the community. We had a very weird chat room like 9 years ago. I was trading like half an hour and I was gone. I had to go to work. There was a black screen and then 5 people in there. Peter was there active. he could, he didn't have to be there. I don't think Peter needs to trade. He's rich, but he just loved it and he showed up every day and it's still up to date. He's coming and taking it very seriously. I really hope that we can encourage you, to inspire you to learn it the right way. And it's okay if you can't get a hold of it. It's not for everybody. Not everybody can be a surgeon. Not everybody can be a mechanic. Not everyone can be an engineer. It's okay. But giving this a right chance and a right shot is very important. And I think going through the simulator is very important. Watching us every day. I have a lot of friends that they come to me and say, okay, how should I do that? And I say, well, just read the book. Just read one book. I'm not going to read the book. Just tell me how to trade. So just read the book. If you can't finish one book, then how do you want to become a trader? Do you think that life owes you a living? Like, just finish one book. I know it's hard. I know that attention span of the people is coming down. Myself is very, difficult to finish, but just one book, finish it. And then there's a lot of people that I have is they want it, but the first thing that I'm telling you, just come watch us for 1 week. Just come every hour, just get a coffee, sit down and, just look at our charts, laugh, our jokes and stuff. But they don't, they don't have that. And they're always annoyed. Oh, Vancouver is expensive. Oh, why the government is Justin Trudeau. Like, come on, man, you got to do something about life. Life doesn't owe you anything. You just have to go after things that you want. And then you get a chance to, find some scapegoat. Oh, it's because of that. It's because of because of So how do you actually say don't lose the money on it? Trade in a simulator. And then when you think you're ready, just go for the funded account that we have or other things. Don't open a live account. Just keep your money in bond and stocks the way that I do. Just let it grow, let it go up and down, and then you try to find stuff by simulators. That's the whole point.
Yes. Speaking of reading a book, I will be making my options book available on the Friday for free, the e-version. So if you want to check that out.
Yeah, just I'm sending a newsletter today. I'm gonna put the link to that as well, guys. And remember, guys, like, how many of us are really watching cat videos on Instagram? Like, we have to look into that, and then how do we expect a better life? When I was a student, I had a friend that is a very interesting person. He's now in Silicon Valley working for these big tech companies, and we're always going annoyed and say, "Hey, Ali, why do we have no money? Why expensive? Why everything?" And one time he told me that, "Hey, the problem is not Vancouver real estate. The problem is our income. We got to fix that part." And then I realized that that's true. Like, I can't just say, oh, immigrants or Asian money. Like, there's a lot of Asian Chinese money in Vancouver and they buy the real estate and stuff. They used to. And then people used to hate that. Oh, Asians are coming and this city is not livable. No, go, you fix your thing. Like, you go fix your income. You try to create money. Why do you just point fingers at this and this and this and this? And it's very important. Like, you have to really go after, even if it's not trading, like a new thing, like, I don't know, new program, new language, new skill. And that shouldn't stop. Like, even me as a 40-year-old, I have no financial problem. I have a very established, business person and trader, but I'm reaching to a point that I say, I got to do something. Like, maybe I learn Spanish. Or maybe I start a new business outside of this trading, maybe buy a restaurant, run a restaurant, something. I have to just constantly point at something myself. And that's a good attitude to have.
Open a coffee shop to compete with Starbucks.
Yeah, even Brian, for example, he has dude's coffee shop. Like, he doesn't need to have a coffee shop, but he's like, even, Brian said, hey, Brian, I have some ideas for trading terminal. He said, yeah, I'm happy to invest and stuff. So, his mentality, that's what I like about Brian, is that this age that he has, 145 years old, but he still has this mentality that's getting stuff.
Yeah, always. Andrew's going to learn Spanish so we can practice our Spanish together. Because I've been trying to learn Spanish for over a year now with Duolingo.
NVIDIA is ripping, guys. I told you,
coffee shop.
NVIDIA all-time high today. There you go. Boom. What time? What's all-time high?
Yeah.
179.40. I'm gonna watch it with my own eyes today. Like this is history. Thank you, Mr. President.
Crazy. AMD, yeah. Look at Nvidia go. I've got some calls and 180 calls right now.
Some CI, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like wow.
Tesla's going the other way. Oh, Q's just broke out.
It's the Nvidia that is pushing the whole market. What is Microsoft and Meta doing? They have earnings today. They are both doing.
Microsoft's up just a little bit. Meta's up just a little bit. Yeah, Microsoft's only up $1 and Meta's up almost $3, which is very small percentage. Looks like Tesla's going to go red again. Tesla's really flipped on the day. There's some sellers there for sure.
IWM is
Buyer
running
at
up.
320.
Yeah, IWM is also running up today. Any question, guys, before we jump off? One thing is that, my mom is visiting from Iran, so she lives in my apartment. So I want to trade from the office. So I'm going to fix the microphone if there is a little bit of an issue with the microphone, try to figure out today. And I don't have this YouTube picker in my office here. If Carlos, do you have any software that we can randomly select someone from top chat, from the chat to for the membership? If not, we can do it tomorrow. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I've been testing something. So hashtag membership gets you in. But yeah, I have it set, good to go when you're ready.
So do hashtag membership, guys, and then Carlos do the selection today. So we're gonna give 1 year elite membership at 0% tariff rate because we reached an agreement with
No
the
tariff.
Oh, there you go. All right, so do the hashtag membership, guys. Oh, there you go. That's nice. That's a nice bot. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's great. Oh, thanks, Carlos, for that.
Yeah, we'll make it nicer. Doing the first time now, we'll make it nicer later.
Just one time, guys. Just one time because we want to get that. And yeah, that's awesome.
And shout out to Oscar Ramirez and Joe who joined the Lambos and Garbage Truck membership. They actually get a better chance of winning, slightly higher.
Do they have to pay?
Sweet.
They joined the membership at YouTube for BBT, which I turned it on yesterday. It's like $4.99. It's not much.
This is what I'm gonna do. Actually, this is what I'm gonna do, Carlos. I'm going to move to Toronto or Montreal in September. I'm gonna live there for 1 month. I'm gonna ship my car and everything over there. I need to get more involved in YouTube, but I can't.
Let's do it, man.
Time like 5 a.m. There's no way. I'm just waking up slowly now. Like I can't even talk. Like my divorce isn't coming out. So I'm gonna come to Toronto. The big thing that I want to do is I want to actually run a better show, but I need to be in Eastern time zone. And then I
would love to have you here, man. I'll be up there way more often. Let's do it.
Yeah, there's no way that I can do this on Pacific time zone. I'm gonna move in September and October. I'm gonna live either in Toronto or Montreal, both of them. I love both cities. Probably start with Montreal, which is more European vibe, and do that. Okay, so guys, I gotta go out as well too. So Brian, Carlos, go ahead. See.
All right, here he goes.
All right, guys. Winner Roman Bahaya. Oh, no, is that one? Or? Oh yeah, Roman Bahaya. Congratulations. Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I gotta go. And I know Thor is here. NVIDIA is gonna make the all-time high today. We're gonna miss that, but that was amazing trading day, guys. Congratulations. And Paris and Gary, too, for some of our best traders are coming in the chat room. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. See you later. Wow.
All right. Raman, I see you in chat. Congrats, man. Thank you. Make sure to email Andrew at bearwithtraders.com. We'll get you all set up. So congrats. All right, let's get where's Thor? Thor, can you hear me?
Thor is in there. Yeah, wow. Look at Tesla drop.
I'm here. I'm here.
There it is.
Yeah. Tesla's dropping. Nvidia's popping. It's going to 180. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, bud? Man, congratulations to Ramon in the chat, man, for getting the membership thing. Hey, Carlos, can I use that gig too, man, to do what we were talking about? Is that something
Absolutely,
I could
man.
borrow?
Yes, you can.
I want
You
to
could
do
do it.
that too. Not today, but I'm going to do mine on Friday. So on Friday, everybody who comes in and hangs out with me on Friday, I'm going to do the same thing Andrew just did, except the giveaway is going to be for a 1 hour mentoring session with me, a one-on-one. So I'm going to do that this Friday for anybody who comes by and hangs out with me a little bit. So
Oh, I'm in there. I'm going. I'm gonna
Brian's going to submit.
my
I know, right? Don't
that's
be surprised
that's
if
worth its
only
weight in gold.
if either Brian or I win. Don't be shocked.
So just
That's worth its
so I'm
weight
going to
in
start
gold
doing
then.
this randomly. I'm going to do it this Friday. I'm giving you a heads up for this Friday. But after that, I will not tell you the date it's going to happen, it or the time. It will just happen once every like maybe even weekly. I may just randomly offer out an hour of my time to everybody. So it's going to be really important that you come by and you come by regularly if you're interested in jumping ahead of the wait list and getting some time with me right now. So maybe a little incentive, a little something for you to bite onto. For those of you who can see my screen right now, I am in a short right now on the Dow Jones Industrials right now futures, the micros. We alerted around 1024 with a really nice volume spike. So when we threw an inverted hammer within the range here, I went ahead and got short. I made sure to calculate my stop loss above the level here. So if it goes up and goes out, I'm wrong. So in my 4-to-1 calculated target off of that was right down here below the low. So that's where we're headed. We should be able to get down to here. So I think we're good. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Dow just went red on the day.
Yeah, we got short, got this sweet call out on it up here. It was very
Nice,
beautiful.
nice.
So fingers crossed we don't buy the close here and start rallying again. But I really like this position. I'm happy to display it as a loser if it doesn't work out, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, Tesla really melted down here after it broke PDC. Whew.
For sure. So
Well,
guess
kind of
we have your NQ just started selling some more, and so is the ES now. So we have
right.
in a minute here coming on, Brian. I would like to think I'm your favorite person in this trading community, but I
Oh
have a
man,
feeling the person who's about to come on is actually your favorite trading person in this community, and that's of course Dr. V. Is going to come on and hang out with us here and talk for an hour here. But I still we in
oh,
Vancouver we were all
come
hanging
on,
out. We were
man.
having so much fun. It was such a good time.
Yeah, come on, man. You'll always be my favorite. Come on. I mean,
Aw,
I
shucks.
mean, she's better. She's a little better looking than you, but
A
you're the
little.
you're the man.
See. Now when I come on to Andrew doing this, it's he doesn't even realize that I dressed up. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
Definitely better looking
I'm in
than
a
this
good mood to
and smarter.
yeah. Yeah, I'm in a real good mood today because my I've been playing this one penny stock in graphene and guy it's 12 cents and it's trading at a buck 40 now. So talk about a 10
Yeah.
bagger there. And
Nice.
I was yeah, so that worked out. Yeah. All right. It's coffee
Hey,
shop membership, yeah.
so yeah, we got Dr. V coming in here. I think I see her hanging in the wings there. So
All
we'll
right.
bring her in here. Always hanging
So
with
I'll
the
let
prophet.
you
A prophet is always a lot of fun. So everyone thumbs
all
up. We
right.
got the doc coming into the house.
Yeah. Yeah, this was you don't get these very often, but this was just a bit of luck and some research, a lot of research and a bit of luck. So anyway, I'll let you get at her and
I like
have a
that.
great day, rest of your day.
You
Just
too,
remember
brother.
in YouTube we will be back on at 3:30. We will be doing the coverage on the earnings. Microsoft Meta, I think we got a few other ones like Carvana, so we'll be back on so you can join us then. See you later, my man.
Sounds great, man. We're loading up the YouTube. See you later, brother. We're really loading up the YouTube, man. Good stuff. Really solid content here. But of course, today we get to do my personal favorite segment that we do, and that's hanging out with Dr. V and talking to you about the stuff that I really feel like makes the difference. And in the real trading game, and that is the mental game, right? So bonjour, Dr. V. Good to see you. Welcome.
Hello, bonjour. Do we have some French speaking in the channel today?
Oh,
Come on, give me
anyone?
thumbs up for the French speaking. Bonjour.
I'm trying to learn to speak French. Does that count? No, probably not. Not apparently.
How are you? It's been a while.
I know. We missed last week because we had I ended up having a little bit of a schedule conflict, but you rocked with Carlos, of course.
That was fun,
So
yeah.
I'm short MYM right now. I sold it around 44. I'm in around 44,900 up near R3, lower wider range. Kind of what I was talking about. Is a really nice short. So hanging out and having a good time. So we got lots of French speaking. So je ne suis pas très bon en français. So
Yeah.
we got coming in here from Hive Mind, and I actually know what that means, which is amazing. So so I'm actually getting better at reading French. I just can't speak it. So what are you gonna do?
Hey, Charu, nice to see you. And I'm short ES at 64.1575.
Yeah, you are. That makes me happy. I like the sound of that. So
So,
indices getting the privilege of your touch today. We decided to get away from the commodities for a little bit just to say hi.
yeah, I mean, I like the indices this week, so,
Oh, nice.
And I had some of the gap fill out of gold. That was nice too last night.
Oh man, I didn't even look at gold.
I just love the gap fills. They're
I
amazing.
those after hour ones have been like amazing, the ones you were talking about before.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, with the contract switch, the gap was pretty intense. So I just shorted the loss of the support. And again,
Yeah.
it's a sell stop, so there's nothing I have to do. I just have to wait and the bracket will fire during the night. So I really like it. But anyways, do we have some futures trader today also?
Futures traders in the house. Hands up. Someone was asking, why did I pick Dow over the other two? So believe it or not, I'm going to give my first of many shout outs to Dr. V today with how one of the reasons I have her on the show is for you. For the record, it's selfishly for me. Because I basically get free coaching, psychology coaching every single week, but I get to tell everybody it's about you. No, I'm just kidding. But one of the things that I really took in is trying, and we're going to talk today about emotional maturity in trading and how that's really important. And utilizing maybe even some of the systems that are out there to help you build that as you're starting to trade, and some things like that. And one of the things that I really took from her is I have a system. I set alerts on my system, and until my alert triggers, I don't take a trade. So it was YM that particularly set up with my system and triggered properly, which is why I went for it. I went for it because I had I don't have like a sexy look at me that goes when it has it, by all means. Like I don't have that going on,
Awesome.
but I do have like a little money sign that goes bling or whatever that goes off. So So because I had the alert and everything fit my system, it was like no hesitation. I'm just in. And that's a really big thing I've taken from working with Dr. V is it really is it's freeing on such a major level not to have to just dig through watch lists all day, all the time. I have a watch list, I have a scanner. When it tells me to play, I play. So thank you, Doc. One of the, first gush of the day. So, but I mean, it's just like been, it's one of those things I've really taken from you.
And that's awesome. I mean, the idea is to get free, right? And to just trade what we should trade. Because it's really hard to be sitting in front of a screen, not doing anything when we have stuff moving around, right? We want to do something with it, which is human, but not good for our trading performance. And today I would like to talk about a topic that is related to that kind of behavior is emotional maturity in trading and how they are related. Okay, I'm sure that even as a clinical psychologist, if I would have heard that in my first year of trading, I would have said like what? Emotional maturity? I just have to find my setup, fire when I should, take profit when I should, and stop out when I should, right?
Sounds easy.
Yeah, it sounds very technical, right? Like I approach trading as very technical, like a theory that I had to learn. I read technical analysis book. I read like many books, right? And I really thought, well, there it is, the knowledge. But why was I stepping out of my system and just strategy hop and not following my rules? What was going on? Trading is really simple when you think about it. So why do we screw up all the time? So if we ask the chat, why do you think you screw up all the times? Like personally, and by the way, this is your home, okay? Fellow traders, welcome home, okay? When you come here every Wednesday, every Brains Day, you are like, yeah, safe here, okay? You can share all your dirty secrets, maybe not all of them related to trading.
Yeah, I mean, PG secrets, please. We're certain that. But yeah, I actually said this earlier in the week. Like that's what I want this channel to be. I want this to be your 11 to 12 home, like, and especially on Wednesdays. This is like Tradeaholics Anonymous right now. I mean, come down here, let your guard down. We're gonna ask you to do silly things. We might ask you to stand up and shake around all crazy and get rid of some energy and stuff like that. Like there's all kinds of stuff we're going to bring to you in these segments, and when I say we, I mean Dr. V. But I mean, like, it's like, so kind of just, keep that in mind. So we've got ego coming in as an answer on that. Second guessing, FOMO, fear, we are emotional.
So chasing an external goal, over trading. Okay, great. So that's the thing. Okay, so the markets will trigger us on a daily basis. And what will come out of it? I mean, the market, it's just doing its job, okay, moving the price around, getting us freak out a little bit. And the way we respond to the market is what is important. And this is how we show or not emotional maturity. And what is great about becoming the best version of the trader you want to become is that you will transfer those emotional skills in your life in general. I mean, it's very hard to be emotionally mature, especially if you were raised in a family where your parents were not. We don't teach emotional maturity at school. We don't teach the way to communicate. We don't teach the way to raise kids or to be in a adult relationship with an intimate relationship. We don't teach those things at school. We have to learn by ourselves if we didn't learn it from our parents. So the markets, you can see it like a lab to become a better version of yourself, not only a better trader, okay? And we know what we have to do technically. But what do we have to do psychologically, right? And also, what can happen? Again, I've struggled a little bit with that in the beginning, and I have clients who struggle a lot with that. Is that at some point, or right at the beginning for some, you might feel the need to create drama in your trading. So I don't know if some of you can relate to that.
Definitely.
So why do we feel the urge to create drama in calm, stable moments? Have you experienced that? Give me some thumbs up. I did. I know I did.
I mean, I feel like for me, this is, because so much of what you're talking about right now is trading, but also life, right? And I feel like this is a very natural. Yeah, we got some fingers coming. I really feel like this is a very natural condition for people in general. Like I think, so much of everything like thrives on that. Like it's when things are good, when things feel nice, when things are going the way they're supposed to be, you just can't just sit there and be in that. You got to do something to it. And this always causes us, this whole disruption there. Basim says, because most of us are ADHD. I'm with you there a little bit, buddy. That is a part of the struggle. I'm with you. But I think, Morrison, though, I think this is a true human condition. I think this impacts everybody straight across. I think this is hardwiring stuff here that we got to work against.
And yeah, like when life is going smoothly, we get bored. And again, when you have this goal, oh my gosh, I just hit a target at central pivot on ES.
Yeah.
And next, like final one is S3, potentially, because the pivot master told me that on narrow pivots, I mean, I can expect S3, right?
Yes.
Even S4.
Yeah, let's go out. No, this is gonna be a real deal, and not for nothing. I mean, super baller crush on that ES move back to the CP. That's really beautiful too. That's really amazing. Dr. V, last Wednesday, I believe we both hit trades last Wednesday or 2 Wednesdays ago. Now this one we're hitting trades. So just saying, making money.
So if you feel that you need to create drama, again, it is completely human and completely normal. We approach the journey of trading like an adventure, like we want to reach that goal. And for me, again, personally, it looked like a little bit like a material goal, like when I'm going to become successfully consistent in making money. That was my goal. But when you think about it, when you have more experience, you realize that it's not really black or white, right? When you're making money consistently, you still have days that will suck. So it's not like, oh, I arrived finally, right? It's always a process. It's always learning, okay? But at least you're following one recipe. So that's what it means. Also, guys, remember, when you do affirmations, very important, and you write down, I want to become consistently profitable, don't forget to write down that you want to be consistent in following your trading recipe. Because making money is not the goal itself. It's a byproduct of your system working and your behavior always matching your rules. This is how you want to become successful and consistent. And if you're consistently losing money with your system when following the rules, then something is wrong with the way you approach the markets. And then you have to go back to the lab and work on that. But the idea is, I think the first goal you should have in mind is finding a trading recipe that fits you, then follow the rules, and then assess and go back and forth to adjust if it's not working properly. Okay, but when you reach that state where you are following everything, making money, again, set those expectations low. Okay, you're not gonna make 10 grand a day when you start to become consistently profitable following your system. Okay, baby steps. Right? Even $100 per day is awesome. It's extra money. Trading should never be your full-time job, 100% salary. It's a cherry on top of everything else. Okay, you need to have other passions and you need to have other money, other income sources. So very important. So when we talk about why do I need to create drama? First of all, maybe our nervous system is not used to peace. And I think in general, the human condition, when it's too peaceful for a little while, we need to spice things up a little bit, and some more than others. Okay, some people hate routines. They hate doing the same thing every day. Okay, they need change in their lives. And some people like to do the same thing every day, right? But if you're not used to peace, your system, I mean, your human system does not recognize it as safe, even if it's peaceful, right? It's weird. It feels boring, suspicious, and threatening. So what the trauma expert Dr. Bessel van der Kolk refers to is we are addicted to the intensity of the known, whatever the known is. So peaceful doesn't feel peaceful yet. It feels like something is missing. Oh, I thought trading would be much more filling for me. I feel this is a little bit flat. Right? So let's lose a bunch of money today so I can feel alive.
Yeah. In search for that stimulation that you get, it's this very like gambler-esque thing. And I think, circling into the chat a little bit, when she's talking about like, especially when we're talking to you, we're talking about now and who you are now, right? Like there may be a time in the future when you are a full-time trader and that is able to cover a significant portion of your day-to-day bills. I mean, it's a possibility, but in the beginning, it should not be your expectation to be something to happen in short term. Anybody who says you're going to show up and in 2 or 3 months learns how to do this, for me, for instance, I was making consistent money after 1 year. What's consistent mean? Right? I was making like 50 to $100 a day, right? That was not replacing my income by any means. It took me 3 to 4 years to really start scaling in, and really only in the past couple of years since really developing my system and releasing my book, have I seen the profits on my day-to-day trading really start to excel. But, the fact that I also have other ways of making money and other things, it takes a lot of that performance pressure off of me. And that's kind of the point. You don't want to have a 25 grand account and then just constantly be worried about, well, if I have to take 10 grand out of that account, I don't have enough buying power to trade anymore. You know what I mean? You want to have other money coming in so that when you trade, you don't have, trading when you don't need the money is so much easier than trading when the money is your life blood, like every moment of the day. So if you can separate those things, if you can work and have a side hustle and another focus while you're trading, the market will reward your indifference. You know what I mean? If you're just kind of like, yeah, I don't even want the money. The market's like, okay, I'll give you the money. But as soon as you're like, I need the money, the market says no money for you every time.
Yeah, the markets will reward the patient. I learned that the hard way. Okay, I'm very not patient. I like to control what I do. the outcomes and like so yeah, if you expect the markets to pay you and soon and fast, and that's not going to end well. Okay, you will end up oversizing. Again, been there. And you keep blowing up, right? So it's the whole thing is just identifying what's going on in your psyche. So then you can properly reprocess, rewire those cables in your head, because we have built habits. We all, like, maybe 90% of what we do daily are on a habit loop. Okay, what we eat, at what time we eat, do we go to the gym, the way we prepare the coffee, the way we talk to our kids, like everything is a habit. Because for the brain, it's more comfortable when we have like unconscious patterns going on as well. So if we go back to the topic, so drama, like I mentioned, create a false sense of aliveness or control. So when you're in control, making disciplined choices, or things are going well for you, a part of your brain unconsciously will start maybe whispering, this can't last. I had this one. I really had this one, and it became conscious for me when I was starting to be consistent, when I switched to futures, I switched to my trend line strategy, higher time frame levels. I was very surprised. Oh my gosh, like I stopped messing up now. What happened? I'm making money every day, almost every day. And when I lose, like it's not a big loser anymore. And I don't really jump back in a setup after the setup didn't work out. And when I started trading futures, I only traded MES, so micro S&P 500. And I mean, when my setup did not work, I had to wait for another one. And what's good with trend lines is that you really have to wait your signal. If the price is not changing direction or bouncing off of it, you really don't have a trade. So when you find the rules that work for you, it will feel like that. You will not feel like you have to trade, because you know exactly when you should take a trade and not. Especially if you set those alerts. So my alerts are on my higher time frame, my trend lines, and if I trade intraday, I use the cams because they're awesome, right? So I only have alerts for that. So everything that happens in between, I don't care. I do what I have to do, and I don't want to become a trader, or to be a successful trader, to be stuck in front of my screen all day. I want to travel. Like now, I think 80% of my private practice is online. So this is what I want to do. I want to help people from everywhere. And I want people to reach me from everywhere. That's awesome. I mean, clinical practice through video is awesome, really. So I felt that this can't last. It's too good to be true. Like, where's the catch? Or maybe it's going too well. I'm not feeling enough. I need to, I don't know, like life, like being alive means like I need to feel something. Right now, it's just flat. What's going on? I need to stir it up.
I think that's really I think that can be a real trap too for like I consider myself to be fairly like emotionally empathetic. Like I feel a lot of emotions. Like in my, I can be kind of, people would kind of find it surprising that I'm actually fairly deep emotionally. But I find that a lot in my trading. Like, you know what I mean? Like when it's at its best, it's quite bland. And my natural personality likes stimulation. You know what I mean? I like to feel, I like to do, you know what I mean? So, and trading is so anti that. So for me, and someone asked in here about my position sizing. So for instance, I hit my full target on MYM while the doctor was talking. It went literally from R3 where I got in near 44,913 to S3 at 44,740. From top to bottom, I got in at R3, I got out at right at S3. Why? That's what I do. No partials, no break evens. I just have a system that works. And when I'm in that system and I'm following it, I feel zen. Like I feel totally cool. Like I'm at peace. Like I feel okay. I don't care if it works or not either. And that's the big thing too. As I'm sitting in it, the thought of losing the trade, I would rather lose the trade than not see if it works out. Does that make sense? Like I'm not willing to go to break even or take this trade out because I truly believe I've got premium. I've got the highest price of the day. I'm not going to get a better entry. I will hold on to this with both hands for dear life until it breaks high of day and tells me otherwise. Right? And it doesn't matter how far. It could have came back all the way to my break even 30 times. I would not have gotten out of it because I believe in my system and the way I take it. I got an alert. I've got the setup. The volume fits, the book fits, everything says this is a go. I'm in, what I mean? And I'm not getting out, period. And then, so I hit S3, that's my target I'm at. Why not hold longer? Because that's where I get out. I've gone through my statistics. This is where it bounces from. There's no real advantage to holding any longer. I'm not going to make more money. I'm in when I need to get in. I'm out exactly when I need to get out. And it's all detailed. And I know when to do those things. And I have the confidence that I will replicate the behavior. That's when trading really gets boring, but in a way enjoyable because it's kind of zen. Like it's not stressed out. I sit down in my chair every day and I go, all right, it's a good day. I mean, let's have some fun, or let's not do anything. Let's just make some money. So then I can go. I love what you're saying, Dr. V, about I want to travel more. I want to do more stuff out there and start focusing on meeting people and meeting more traders and trying to do more little meetups and stuff like that. So if I can get all this put together so I'm not so focused on trading all the time, all day, 8 hours a day, right, I can do those things. So that's part of why all the effort on these tools like the, and stuff like that. So it makes it all easier for us to do this.
And if we talk about your trade here, what happens for you if the price reclaims R3? Will you go long then?
No, not for me on this one because it's a lower, wider range. I don't expect it to go out. If it does, then it's just invalidating my play. And I don't really have a play. It does go out that direction, but it doesn't happen often enough to make it worth me playing it.
Right.
If it was a narrower range, there's a conception there, but it would have to be above R4 because I don't ever long below the fours. Or if I'm below R4, I won't long till I'm above R4. And it's the same thing for S4. I won't short till I'm under it.
And when you get out of your position, do you follow the logic that you should get out when you're ready to take the opposite position?
So in this instance, I go from R3 to S3 and it's a 4-to-1 target. So so I went a little past R3 because I was going for a specific amount of money based on this trade. I actually think we could run all the way down to S6 right now, but my stats on getting larger trades are actually quite low. So when I ran through my personal trade stats, because as recommended by the doctor also, I do quite a bit of logging on my trades. And what I notice is when I go for larger trades like 5R, my hit rate drops from somewhere around 60 to 70% down to about 20 to 30%. It's not enough offset to make it worth holding them and time invested. So right now it will likely go lower here, but it will probably take it an hour to 2 hours to get to where my next profit target would be because we're now in a buying range. So I'm expecting us to hit buyer. So it's not really worth the effort to hold it either because I think it'll just take too long to get down. I'd rather just be done.
So your psychology behind your target is the R thing?
It is both the level and the R.
Because the R is based on where you put your stop, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, because my stop was here, it ensured that my R was within that level. If I don't get into the right range on the top side, then I can't enter the position till it's high enough because that ensures I get my target by the low side. So I won't go short just anywhere. It needs to be near R3. It needs to wick near R3 and be close enough to it so that when I put my stop in, I can get to a target before S3 or really close to it. If I have to go to S4 to get my target, I won't take the trade. It's not it doesn't work.
So I think for the developing traders, there's something psychological behind that R thing, like as you know, right? I'm not a big, I'm not a big fan because it can put pressure on the new traders, because if you're just developing and learning a new system, you might need a wider stop, right? And if you're saying, oh, well, Thor is running like 4 hours target all the time, I should like work the same way because he's my mentor or is the one I'm looking to trade like, it can be difficult because you always have to remember the R is calculated for where you decide to put your stop. So always keep that in mind, okay? So if you use wider stop, you might not have 4R, but you will have to find a level where technically the market will probably bounce, okay? So that should be your target. And sometimes for me, I have 1.5, 2.5, 3, like it depends on the setup. And also, you don't have to take every setup. If there's an area where you're shorting, let's say, and you have yesterday's high like below, very close to your entry point, it might bounce, right? So be careful with that. Like it's not because you have a nice setup that you have a nice target, right? You might have like a great entry, like I really like this thing setting up, but oh, like I have this in front of me. So maybe that's not so good. So it's also, we need to work with alerts. So looking at the screen only when we should, but also when we get alerted, it doesn't mean that we should feel the stress to get in something. We really need to assess, okay, if I enter this trade, why? Where's my stop? Technically, where does it make sense? Not where it feels comfortable to me. Where should my stop be? And then where should I take my profit that I make more money than I lose? Because at the end of the day, the way to be consistently profitable is to have targets that are larger. That way we ensure that we don't have to be right a lot of times. 100%. So that's the idea. So please, I just wanted to have this little, just don't pressure yourself with the 4R, the 5R.
I couldn't agree more. And I think this is really important for any guru, I guess you could say, that you follow, like any seasoned trader. Like for instance, if you're following Andrew when Andrew trades the open, I do not recommend new traders actually trade the way Andrew does with their small accounts. Right? Andrew takes a lot of share volume and can take advantage of very quick and very powerful moves in a way a small trader maybe can't. So you have to augment your risk versus reward strategy to fit the fact that you can't take advantage with your comm structure on taking 11 partials after taking 1 entry. Right. So like for me, when I was a smaller trader, I had to move away from that style because I racked up too many comms. I never actually made money. Right. You have to have like a $200,000 margin account or something to even, start doing that. And you have to have a really dang good hit rate. So the thing that's really important is just to make sure you're aware some of these rules, right, are like, they're kind of like physics, right? There's places we should sell. There's places we should buy. And that's, like Dr. V's larger levels and stuff like that she isolates. These are places we expect to see a specific type of interaction, and we should play accordingly to that interaction, right? So, but how you play that interaction, that's really what you have to develop. That's your recipe, right? Like, what is it that really, like, how you, like, for me, I'm a horrible momentum trader. Right. I even tried trend lines. I still am not as good as the doctor at drawing these beautiful trend lines. And by the time I see them, they're artistic and they're perfect. And in the hindsight, I have trouble with them. And then I start to realize, like, I'm a range trader. Like, I don't really care where the price goes or how long it takes to get there. I just know where I want to sell and I just know where I want to buy. And so I'm trying to eliminate as much of and I got this from you again, Doc. I'm trying to get rid of the thinking. You know what I mean? When I'm in this thing, I have a way I do. I'm here for a performance, right? I'm just here to do. And then when I'm all done with the day, I'm going to load it in, check out all my stats, and I'm going to look at it. And if something's off, then I'll start the thinking. For now, why did I sell where I sold from? Because darn it, that's where I sell from. You know what I mean? Because that's how I've, put it together. Why hold there? That's what it does, but it's really cool when you really build that system and you can start to really get in control of your interaction. The emotions are always kind of there, but you can certainly do a lot to put some work on them, I guess.
Yeah, and some will ask, how do you get the conviction? And it comes from journaling. Okay, you need to take a play according to your rules, take a screenshot, even you can video record your screen. That's awesome. Okay, so you see yourself executing, and then you have a folder for every trading week, for every trading setup that match your trading system, and then you can really watch the trades. Like, where should I put my stop? What can I expect as a target when I short R3, right? How many times it goes to S3? How many times it goes to central pivot and just bounce and gets back to my entry level? How many times do we get a bigger move? Like, do I really need like a 2-3 ATR stop loss when I short R3, or I can just put it like maybe 1 ATR above the last high, right? So it doesn't just come to your door like that easily. You need to practice it. But if you want to really
more.
Yeah, and if you want to practice it, you really need to repeat the same thing. Okay, so it's through the repetition, the journaling, but also the repetition and training your brain to see these setups. Training your brain to short R3 when it's breaking below and then closing below, making a new low, whatever is your entry criteria, you have this. It's not complicated. I need a candle to be closing below R3 before I short it. And then I need a new low. And as soon as the price moves below that candle that I was looking for, then I take my short. Because based on my data, usually when it works, that is a good entry. That is the way I should enter, right? So what would be, for example, your criteria to enter your R3 short here?
So yeah, and for me, like kind of piggybacking off of something you say, and then I'll talk about the criteria. So for me, one of the things you were talking about, basically like a performance element for me. And it was confidence, like, you know what I mean? So for me, confident, I'm never confident in the outcome of anything, right? I never have been, like, but I will pick a direction. You know what I mean? So because confidence for me comes from knowing what I'm going to do based upon what could happen, not based upon what's going to happen. So now I had I come from a music background, and my private instructor, this amazing lady, Valerie Gillespie, she always told me that confidence was, I don't want to screw this up. Confidence is knowledge of ability plus preparation. Right. So knowing that I can do something and having prepared to do that. So, and I think Dr. V is really saying that a little bit there too, taking the time, practicing it, getting it in there, but knowing how to do it, knowing what you're looking through. And that gets us back to that whole practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect, right? You actually have to identify what you want and then practice what it is you've identified over and over again before you can ever expect to get out in front of a whole bunch of people and play music that's going to make them happy, right? So it takes a lot of effort, and to do that under stress. You know what I mean? After all of those different things, you have to do it when your brain's not going to be in the right place. It never will be, right? So that's really why, I have one of my mentees who is going to be talking to you tomorrow, Dr. V, in a small group session. that we're doing, who has some of your meditation stuff that you've been working on with has changed his life in the way he like goes into everything from his trading, but his everyday life. He like wakes up in the morning now, and before he goes out for the day, he actually like sits for just a second and kind of takes some of your lessons in there and uses those. And he says, I go through every day a better human being because I'm focused on that. And I feel that way too about your sessions as well. Like this, we're talking about my trading here. So what I wanted on this trade was, because we opened, right, and we swept up to R3 and then triggered R3 with the right volume move into it. It held that level perfectly, and it was in the range with that setup in the lower, wider range. That's all I really need. And luckily for me, because of my program that I have, my program actually draws the boxes on where my stops need to be. So it automatically measures the distance to where S3 is, and then it creates a targeting range for me. So I have to enter within a certain area, and then I know where to put my exit. And I'll always hit 4-1 more or less, as long as I'm following that guide. So it was in the right place. It had the right volume. It was, it was a setup that triggered and alerted. It was a no-brainer for me. It was, I wouldn't call it an A+ setup because all my setups are the same. So I guess it's just a setup, right? But it was a setup. So, and it had everything it needed to give it a shot. And I was really indifferent to the outcome once I was into it. I mean, whatever, it was good. I hit 3 yesterday, kind of the same concept. They're just in the right spot, just hit them. Now we're done. And it's pretty fun, but so much of this I've actually improved on since I've been doing these Dr. V sessions.
And if we go back to it again, if you trade Dow, NQ, ES, I mean, they move differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have different personality, Russell. So where do you put your stop depending? Do you use the ATR, or what is your stop loss? Because it might come back to R3, because looking at it, I'm looking at the 5-minute, but we really didn't touch R3 with YM.
It got into the range. It
Yeah.
got really, like, R3 is 44,913 and it got to 44,906. So it's within that range. So what it does is it measures to the ATR low on whatever that projection should be. So like under the assumption this is going to be high of day, it projects to ATR low, and then it creates an entry exit box based upon that. So as long as I'm within that entry exit box, and for everyone who we got a split screen going on here, but I'll share this trade on my Instagram and my X later today, and you guys can see the boxes. Even puts a little short arrow with a little cross above it, and shows exactly like where I want my stop to be. I don't want my stop within that top box. I want it just above it. So that gives me my deviation, because the cams are good, but I don't expect them to be 1,000% perfect. Although they get really close, I like to give them just a little wiggle one way or the other. So as long as it's within those zones, I don't expect it to go any higher than that. And if it does, it completely invalidates the play. I won't get back in.
So then I was mentioning that because we then might expect that the price might go and test R3, like actually to the level or a little higher, right? So depending on the product that you're trading, like, do you have a rule for where you put your stop above R3? It's
No.
just
Well,
random?
it's measured. Yeah, it's just a certain distance above measured. So like, for instance, my stop in this instance was at like 44,941.
So it is like maybe based on one ATR of you trade the 1 minute, right?
Yeah. So it's based off of the ATR projection is 44,454, and it's a percentage deviation of that. I think it's like 12.5% either direction or something like that creates the boxes.
Okay, so you put your stop above the box.
Yep.
Okay.
Not within it. It needs to be above it.
Just for people, because that's very important where you put your stop, right? I mean, we have a trade, now the trade is over, so I mean, it's easy, but when the trade is on, I mean, you need to know where you're getting out, where does it make sense? And so the boxes are great, right? Because they give you also a rule where the price should not come like above the box. because
Like
it can
ES is a
go-
perfect example today. ES, it went into R3 and then it actually wicked above R3 briefly, but it never went outside the box.
it
The box
wicked
actually,
perfectly on the box upper band,
yeah,
actually.
it went right to that upper part of the box and then and rejected. So my stop would have been above that wick if I was in that one.
So I'm getting out of my old position because we are breaking my trend going down on ES. So we might have a move back central pivot to R3, so I'm out. I don't like this price action for a short. So we might chop and then go to S3 later, but I don't like it so far. So I'm out.
Yeah.
Take the money and run, people.
Take it. Take it. You've had some of your like I'm ready for the overnight like commodities like freaking gap fill swing like book thing like that you need to write. Like I'm ready. Like can you please teach me? Like I've seen enough of these examples. Like one of the like I need to know like and so everyone out there just a quick side moment here. Dr. V is working on all kinds of great material for bear bull traders for behind the paywall. So, you know, and she's working at Peak Capital with the, you know, and we've got boot camp signups. So you get to see her once a week out here in public on Wednesday because actually it's blackmail. I can't tell you what it was, but I actually found some blackmail. So she has to keep coming by because, you know, if she doesn't, I'm releasing it. And so no, that didn't happen. So, but you know, but you need to understand like the help that she's doing for all of us here. She's doing this in BBT, but she's building futures material. I also have heard, you know, some gleanings that she's writing her personal psychology book that explains her trading systems as well within there. So she has her own small community that's a psychology focused mentoring group. So I mean, it's really pretty awesome. So H. Taylor, we won't talk that we caught her listening to Bieber. That wasn't it. That wasn't the thing. It was she was wearing a Metallica t-shirt and listening to Bieber at the same time. You outed it. Darn it. I was gonna hold on to that, but I guess it's out there. But no, I'm actually pretty sure it was not that. But but anyway, so make sure y'all do that, and then don't forget to like, subscribe the channel and stuff and all that good stuff, so we make sure she comes back. So okay, housekeeping out of the way.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm working on a futures course, and the gappers will be in the course as well.
I'm so stoked.
So yeah, I teach the also during lunchtime. I will talk about that in my session, the Back to the Futures at noon in the BBT webinar.
Ooh. Well, I'm already planning on being there, so I guess I'm going to be learning.
Yay! And so yeah, basically I trade trend lines. I trade the overnight session high and low, like you could say the pre-market high and low with stocks. And then yeah, when futures gap on Sunday night. Like ES was a beautiful short Sunday night. Again, I'm setting my bracket, I go to bed, and this is the way I want to trade. Like I really want to have a robot trading for me. Like you have no
For
idea.
sure.
So I'm so busy. Like I cannot chart all day or every day sometimes. And I would love just to have a trade firing for me. Like this is my dream. So if we have people here that can produce that,
contact Dr. V to create her look at me bot that is gonna trade for her and make all that money so she can just do kiddos and do her thing, right, people? I mean, come on. So I'm really excited though for the noon session. That'll be a lot of fun to do that. Someone asked how they learned my trading style. Super easy. Bear Bull Traders or Peak Capital Bootcamp. I teach you. You can buy this thing. It gets you started. Which is my book, but you know, otherwise come by and I'll show you the rest. And then someone in the chat before I miss them, Franco asked Dr. V, what do you think about Van Tharp books? So that's definitely a you question, maybe, because I don't even think I know who that is. So
no, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. So
can you
got past both of
repost
us
it because I lost it in the chat? Can you repost the book? I'm gonna do. Hi, Carlos. Nice to see you. Yeah, repost that book, please.
So I want to actually ask everyone in the chat room, does anyone have a copy of the book, My Trading Tribe? that they would be willing to loan me or Dr. V for like a
Yes,
couple weekends.
please. Because I'm launching my new Discord in mid-September, okay? So it's gonna be like Dr. V's tribe, okay? So it's all like psychologically based, and every week we will do these somatic release exercises. And they're so powerful, okay? And I love the mind-body approach. I think it is revolutionary for traders. So I was digging into that subject. I was reading scientific papers on the mind body, on performance, etc. And then I just saw, okay, I had Ed Sekoda come in my head like really randomly. That was really weird. So I typed his name and I said, well, did he work in psychology? Because I don't really know that from him. And I listened to the Market Wizard audiobook and I don't remember that. And it turns out the guy is a rock star. So he's one of the best commodity traders ever. And also he did some pioneer work on psychology. Like he would have, and I'm sure it was kind of hidden back in the days, because emotions, in the
Right,
70s.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
70s, that wasn't a thing. Yeah.
like like emotions in trading, what are you talking about? So you really discovered that psychology was so important in trading. Why we're not following a simple system? What's going on? So he was having this his little tribe as well, like working on what's happening, working on emotions. And I'm really looking to buy his book, but I cannot find it anywhere. So I will try to reach to him, but
So
I mean that would be an honor, like to talk
Akshay
with
was
him.
saying I have, so we may have a possibility. So Akshay, if you do and you're interested, or anybody else, if they have a copy and they're okay or interested, we actually, or if you just want to follow Dr. V, Carlos just posted her socials, so you can follow her at on her gram is there. Right. We also have her website to her personal consultants area. Remember, she is a PhD, right? Practicing. So it doesn't just have to be trading. If you got real life stuff, trust me, she helps you with real life stuff as well as she does any of the trading stuff for sure. And I'll vouch on that. So make sure you definitely, get into her contact. But if you've got a copy and you don't mind zipping it to her, sending it to her snail mail style, feel free to reach out to her. Who knows, you could make a friend. I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying, if you're the person who finds her that book, you may just be her new best friend. Maybe not her best friend. I'm pretty sure I'm her new best friend, but maybe her second best friend.
Thank you. That would be awesome.
Coach, thank you. Coach Ruben Avalos. You have a following. You're gonna follow her on IG and promote her. Please, Coach. She's a rock star. She should be out there. Let's do this, right?
Thank you. And also, I had some requests from different people about if I could come in the morning session, maybe once a week, or to have some meditation, or maybe some emotions release in the morning prior to the trading day. And Carlos, I'm gonna write to you about that. But please give me, like, if you would be interested, like, to see me in the morning show, to have a little like psychology session, meditation, whatever it is, maybe some hypnosis. Give me thumbs up so we can know if there is a real interest in that project. So thank you for that. And if you have some questions also before we wrap this session, because at noon I will have to be in my Back to the Futures.
Yeah, and real quick, can anyone give a little bit of a shout out to Dr. V for that cut on ES that she took? Look, now it broke her trend, right? Now it's all the way back up to VWAP, almost all the way back up to the open price, right? So she hit her first target, it went down, it lost its movement. You got to stay in tune with like your style and how this works. She's got good money locked in the bank now, and that would have been money she would have like just let slip. Or again, if you're going to have to hold for 3 or 4 more hours all the way to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon just to make like a few $100 extra, is it really even worth it, right? This is about freedom.
Yeah, so
What?
the trend is telling me that the price, at the moment, my leader wants to change direction. Like, I don't know how long, how far, but at the moment, it's not going down anymore. So I shouldn't be going down because I obey. I'm very good at obeying at markets, only at markets. But yeah, if you have any question before we wrap up.
Vanessa, what do you think of Mark Douglas? I mean,
Oh, I
like
love
trading
Mark
in the
Douglas.
zone, Mark Douglas? That's awesome.
Yeah, I really
Mark
love
Douglas is
Mark
great.
Douglas. Like I use his 20 trade sample
Yeah,
exercise. I really
same.
like Mark Douglas. But I think you have to read it more than once. And no, I don't want to replace Carlos. Carlos is doing an amazing job. I just want to pop, knowing if you would be interested that I pop in just a couple of minutes in the morning
I
show.
think it's killer too, especially because we transition at 9:15 to the pre-market comes to YouTube. So you could come in, I think, to the YouTube pretty easily to do like a little 5 minute before the open or something. I know I'd want to show up for that greatly. And someone says, do you recommend meditation? We're just going to assume this is your first time at the show. You know, all questions are welcome here. But we're going to go with yes. I'm going to answer for the doc on this one, even though I don't need to, but I'm going to go ahead and go with yes. She definitely does. But maybe the doctor will say why she likes it so much or lead us out.
I'm looking for the book that I'm looking for is The Trading Tribe by Ed Seykota, the futures trader. So if you, it's
Sold out
impossible.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's impossible to get a copy. It's
I
like,
even tried sending an email to them and it came back rejected as an invalid email. So they're not even like taking
oh
inbound
my
emails off of their
God.
website anymore. So I was trying to find it and I couldn't. I was like, dang it. Because now I'm on a hunt, right? I'm on like an Easter egg hunt. I'm like, where can I find this book that doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah, that's so fun, right? Like Indiana Jones style. Um, all right. So again, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. Doc V, thank you so much for coming by and spending, you know, some time with us. Everybody, don't forget Dr. V is behind the paywall right after this. She's going to be talking about her, you know, her newer strategies she's been developing that lets her take advantage of the commodities after hours movement, which I think is really valuable, especially for some of you in different time zones, right? You know, there's a couple of you trading, you know, on the other side of some big pieces of water. Might be a really nice thing to check these things out because these might be things you can do while you're awake, right? And you know, while we're trying to do it while we're sleeping, right? So, but it could be something you could do while you're awake. So come by and make sure you check that out. Doctor, again, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will look forward to seeing you next week, right? So everyone, best French goodbye to the doctor. Go. Everyone, use your best goodbyes in French. I'm going to see how you do.
Or just say bye. That will be fun. So thank you. Take care and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Find my book. Bye.
Find the book. Au revoir.